Fox. That's White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt. After President Trump federalized D.C. police to crack down on crime.
Federal law enforcement agents are also assisting FBI Director Kash Patel, posting the results on X, saying, quote, on the first big push of FBI supporting Donald Trump's initiative to make D.C. safe again, FBI reported 10 arrests with partners. These include 1 arrest on a search warrant for a prior murder charge, multiple unlawful possession of firearms.
That's Fox's Lucas Tomlinson. Democrats and some city leaders in Washington say crime's not out of control. Violent crime is down 26% this year after dropping to a 30-year low in 2024. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky is in Germany for talks before a virtual call planned today with President Trump and European leaders ahead of Friday's Trump-Putin summit. The president will meet with Russia's leader, trying to stop the war, make a peace deal, though Zelensky says there can't be an agreement for Ukraine without Ukraine involved.
Scott is hosting the summit. It will be the first in-person meeting between President Trump and Putin in the president's second term, and Putin's first trip to the U.S. since 2015.
That's Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. Speaking of Russia, as the Trump administration investigates the probe into 2016 election interference amid allegations the Obama administration engaged in a conspiracy to harm then-President-elect Trump, alleging his campaign colluded with the Russians. A Democrat who led a congressional investigation is caught up in it. Now, Senator Adam Schiff, accused by a Democratic whistleblower of leaking classified documents. Marionette Miller Meeks, a congresswoman, tells Fox.
I've asked for Senator Schiff to resign. He should resign immediately.
But a spokesman for Schiff says it's absolutely and categorically false. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Why some Hoosier Democrats are headed to the Windy City. Nothing on radar. 71 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 86 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:02. Democrats from Indiana and Texas will be in Chicago this afternoon to protest redistricting.
Democrat Representative Mitch Gore says the whole idea of redistricting in Indiana is ridiculous since Republican representatives outnumbered Democrats in the state 7-2. Governor Mike Braun would have to call a special session for that to happen. Gore is one of several Democrats in Indiana scheduled to be in Chicago.
And that's WIBC News Director John Herrick reporting. What does Governor Mike Braun say about redistricting?
I don't think any of these would proceed without Democrats suing to stop it.
And Braun stopping by the WIBC Hammer and Nigel show Tuesday. Depending on where you are in the state, you could see some rain today.
So we're not expecting a deluge of rain. We're not expecting any flooding or anything like that of any substantial.
Forecaster Casey Crosby at the National Weather Service says heat and humidity will dominate the storylines today through the weekend, with heat indices approaching the triple digits by Saturday. In Fort Wayne, some Snyder High School parents say extreme heat sent 6 of their children to the hospital over the weekend. Wayne 15 reporting that school leaders are looking into this. Notre Dame's multi-sport star Jordan Faison is looking forward to the upcoming season.
Hampered by an opening game sprained ankle last season that nagged him throughout the year, junior Jordan Faison is 100% healthy and ready to contribute, whether it's at slot receiver or serving on special teams.
I'm able to play with clarity. I'm no more having to focus on my ankle or do things around my ankle. It's get back to myself and do what I got to do.
The lacrosse player turned footballer caught 30 passes for 356 yards and a touchdown last season. Len Clark, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And the Indiana Fever lost to the Dallas Wings last night, 81-80. No Caitlin Clark. That's the 20th game that they've played without her this year. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together in 1 minute. It's 6:04.
If you didn't think skipping breakfast was a big deal, you'd be right. Before. But now, Wendy's has Buck Biscuits. We're talking sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, or even the Honey Buddy Chicken Biscuit for just $1 each. Seriously, you can get all 3 if you want. They're just $1, so you'll never skip breakfast again. If you're smart. Breakfast for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Limit 5 qualifying items per transaction. Not valid in a combo while supplies last.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby. Get with the times.
Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Reminder that the ramp on the northeast side, eastbound 465 to Benford, is closed until September 9th. So just a friendly reminder there. And right now, everything through that construction zone on the northeast side, that's part of Clear Path construction. Northbound is fine right now from East 56th Street up to Allisonville Road. And I don't see any trouble coming in from Fishers right now. And that's good. Inbound 69 wide open, 116th to 465. Good morning, guys, by the way. Traffic sponsored by Speedway. Got one of those days that never stops. Try a stop at Speedway. Refresh the vibe with 69 cents large Big Gulp drinks. Speedy Rewards app required. Valid through 8/26/25. See app for full terms. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Matt is sounding more baritone than ever.
Well, I started smoking again. No, I didn't.
Is that what happened?
No, I'm just...
You listening to this, Marcus?
I am.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, good morning, Matt. You sound
You could
great.
sound like that one day, Marcus.
I could.
Why would you want to?
No, you sound awesome. Like,
right?
It's really.
You guys.
That's the voice you all strive.
You guys.
You guys.
Yeah.
You guys.
You're making me blush.
That's pretty good. That's scary good.
You try it, Marcus. Go ahead.
I can't even. Like,
I'm Matt
Bear. I'm Matt. WIBC traffic. I can't do it.
I swear to you, I thought that was producer Carl. So help me. Oh, that was good. That was good effort, Marcus.
Carl
Thank you. Hurt my throat now. Might be out for a week.
Yeah, well, hazard pay.
That's right.
You get it if you try and imitate Matt Bear, or if a hail ball hits you, boom, right in the temple.
Boom.
Go for it. What do you got for us?
All right. Hey, here you go. Quiet today. I think we're mostly cloudy. Any rain chances, I think, are probably southeast of the city here, along and south of I-70 this afternoon. Very hit and miss like we had yesterday. Most areas are going to be dry, but maybe a few heavy downpours. Today's high 86. Tonight's going to be lovely. Partly cloudy, less humidity. We'll have lows falling to the mid-60s, and tomorrow will be the best weather day that we have probably in the next 7 days. Sunny, less humid, seasonable highs into the mid-80s. Friday, we're back to 90 with sunshine and really steamy this weekend. Saturday, sunny, a high of 93. Sunday, mostly sunny. Could have a few storms late. Sunday's high up to 94. Yeah. Pretty terrible.
I don't know why they let producer Carl do this. I clearly have lost all control of this show. That is what's going on. That's Marcus Bailey right there of Wish TV. Marcus, thank you. Nothing. 71 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:08.
All right, folks, Jay Powell is a lame duck, and that's the subject of the riff. Once again, the Consumer Price Index fooled the so-called experts, came in much tamer than expected. And once again, the tariff inflation, tariff derangement crowd has been proven wrong. And once again, it's high time the too late Powell Fed should be cutting their target rate.
Couple things. Larry Kudlow, love that guy. Did his show a whole bunch when he was on CNBC, and it was in Jersey, and you had to go over the river or under the river if you were using a tunnel. He was terrific. We don't know what the tariffs have proven yet, although certainly it has gone better than everyone expected. That much is a given. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What's going on? But we already know the issues that Toyota is having. We know the issues others are having. Eventually, costs get passed down. This is my concern. But better than expected? My gosh, yes. That part is the part of debate that I have with Larry Kudlow. that Jerome Powell, who he calls Jay Powell, because I don't know, maybe they're friends, has to cut rates? Oh, yeah. Inflation report that sent the market flying yesterday. Very, very, very clear that you don't have the problem that you thought you did. The Dow was up 483 points yesterday. We're ready. We're ready. That is the signal. That is the moment. The pressure's already been on. We're ready. Bring on the cut. So that's the September meeting. There will be no emergency meetings that I can fathom that'll bring something earlier. And if I was a betting man, I would say 0.5 point. What could happen between now and then to change minds? Not so sure. If I was a betting man, I would say 0.5 point cut. I know many are going to say nowhere near enough. But go the other way. Jerome Powell is absolutely the guy who'll be like, you know what? This is a good report. We need one more report. We need more trend in order to make this happen. No cut. So while if I was a betting man, I would say 0.5 point. I think that knowing that Powell could be that guy, how about we just go, we're 50-50 right now. We're 50-50 on a 0.5 point cut, because the surprise would be if it's more than that. I'd be more surprised at a full percentage point cut than I would be at no cut. Laying down my marker, making my bet. Tony Katz, that's me, by the way. What's going on? How you doing? 93 WIBC, good morning.
This is Gary Dick, another Indiana city with a hiring freeze at 6:32. Brought to you by the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with the Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LiUNA.
Hey, it's Matt Bear for Cochran Exteriors. Beautify your home. Make your neighbors jealous. They will be. For a fresh new look and increased home value, it's new siding by Cochran Exteriors. That's the answer. From James Hardy Fiber Cement Siding to a big array of vinyl siding colors and styles, the experienced pros at Cochran have all of the choices, plus a lifetime workmanship warranty. Help your home find the fountain of roof. For your free estimate, call Cochran Exteriors at 317-ROOFING or visit CochranExteriors.com. Tell them I sent you.
Whether you're dropping them off for the first day of school or they're driving themselves for the first time, we know you have enough on your mind. That's why Hubler's got you and your family covered for 100,000 miles. And we want you to spend less on back to school. That's why you can shop over 2,000 vehicles and buy with zero down. Zero Down delivers. Plus, we'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring us your old car for an immediate appraisal. Head back to school in a Hubler Q-certified vehicle with a free Carfax history report and a 128-point vehicle inspection. Hubler's got you covered. For 100,000 miles, visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations. Zero Down delivers at Hubler. 'Cause Hubler's got you covered.
Select models approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Cover me!
You ready to build your custom dream home? Check out Joyner Homes based out of Greenfield. See one of their model homes in person anytime. It is a great way for you to experience the customization and quality of a Joyner Homes custom built home. Plus, you can meet with a new home specialist to learn about their building process. Available lots if you don't already have one. Find out about floor plans and where they build. Model homes are open 7 days a week from noon to 5 and walk-ins are welcome. Find out more at joynerhomes.com.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Traffic on the 5s. Matthew Bear, what's going on?
Northbound 65 slow out of the south side, Raymond Street up to the south split. That's because of construction. Everything else looking pretty good right now. I do want to let you know, please. Northwest side, Lafayette Road closed over I-465, and that's because they found problems with the bridge yesterday. We don't really have an end date on that yet. As soon as we do, a timetable, we will let you know right here. And that Matt in Traffic. Traffic sponsored by Speedway. Got one of those days that never stops? Try a stop at Speedway. Refresh the vibe with 69 cents large Big Gulp drinks. Speedy Rewards app required. Valid through 8/26/25. See app for full terms. I'm Matt Bear with Traffic on the Fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
71 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:15.
Do you need air conditioning service and need to find a local well-trained expert you can trust, like Family Heating and Air Conditioning? Find that American Standard Air dealer at IndyHomeComfort.com.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Information Gabbard has declassified about Russian collusion. Wondering who you think should be held responsible if what she's saying is accurate about who's behind pushing that narrative the Steele dossier claims.
Look, it is deeply disturbing, and the evidence seems to indicate that this was at the very highest level of the Obama administration, with the president and multiple senior members of his cabinet deliberately acting to sabotage the then incoming Trump administration.
There is no doubt in any rational mind that this is what happened. Russia was a lie and a fraud. And of course, you can't talk about lies and fraud without talking about Hillary Clinton. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. What is going on, everybody? But also, the guy who pushed this lie maybe harder than anybody about Russia was Adam Schiff. It was Adam Schiff who said to Chuck Todd, hey, I have seen the information. And even Chuck Todd said, I'm sorry, what now? You've seen what now? This goes back to March of 2017.
But you admit it's all you have right now is a circumstantial case.
Actually, no, Chuck. I can tell you that the case is more than that, and I can't go into the particulars, but there is more than circumstantial evidence now. So, again, I think...
So you have seen direct evidence of collusion?
I don't want to go into specifics, but I will say that there is evidence that is not circumstantial and is very much worthy of investigation. So.
He said that. Much like Harry Reid said Mitt Romney doesn't pay his taxes. Harry Reid, the late senator from Nevada, said that in the well of the Senate. And when he was asked about it, he said, don't ask me, ask Mitt Romney. Years later, when doing a documentary, he's older, he's frail, still a lowlife. He said, well, that probably wasn't a nice thing to do, but we won, didn't we? That's all they care about. Not you, not the truth, not decency, the power. And if you say to me, well, Trump, whoa. I've heard all the allegations about Trump. I don't think Trump's a perfect guy. But this is about the Democratic Party. So, well, Trump doesn't actually move the needle here. Look at what these guys have done. Now you have a Democratic whistleblower telling the FBI that it was Senator Schiff, then Congressman Schiff, who authorized the leak of classified information related to Russian collusion. The documents are out there. They were obtained by Just the News. That's John Solomon. FBI Director Kash Patel confirmed this, saying he's now handed over these documents to Congress. We found it. We declassified it. Now Congress can see how classified info was leaked to shape political narratives and decide if our institutions were weaponized against the American people, which they were. Catherine Herridge, who is now an independent journalist. Thank goodness she doesn't have to deal with CBS anymore. She has obtained a declassified FBI interview summary from 2017, known as a 302. In that report, the subject of the interview, that name was redacted. But the interview appears to be with somebody who's a member of the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence. And according to the 302, it states, quote, noted Swalwell has been the source of a lot of leaked information and had to be counseled to be more careful. That's Congressman Eric Swalwell, another low-rent guy from California, chock full of ego, who's gone after Trump nonstop, leaking information according to the 302. An investigation, of course, is warranted. I don't think there's a question. But are we really questioning whether these guys did it? Innocent until proven guilty, of course. There's an investigation. There has to be. When it's found that they did it, I want them arrested publicly. I want them charged. I want everything thrown at them, and I want to see them in orange jumpsuits in jail. Now, somewhere there is a Democrat, probably a liberal woman, screaming, oh, what? What? You, okay, a liberal woman in Carmel. There, does that make you feel better? There's a liberal woman out there who's going to scream at me, but Trump. And they're going to lie like, but Trump raped a woman. That didn't happen. The conviction, if you will, the finding guilty of Trump is a civil case regarding E. Jean Carroll. And no, I don't fully believe E. Jean Carroll. But he was found guilty in a civil case, never in a criminal case. You tried every indictment under the sun. You made it up. You charged him and found him guilty of this issue with Letitia James. Said $434 million, please. Can't work in New York. When Letitia James did the same thing, misrepresented herself. Letitia James, the Attorney General of New York. So if you want to play the whataboutism, misrepresented herself when buying a house to make it seem like her values were worth more than they really were. And of course, if we go back to Trump and the 34 counts, he paid it from the wrong place. It was a bookkeeping error, and that was worthy of a felony. Hillary Clinton paid Perkins Coie from the wrong place when getting the Epstein stuff. All the Epstein dossier, that got paid from the wrong place. She got an $8,000 fine. There's a big difference between Republicans and Democrats in how these things are done. And that's why blowing up the institutions like USAID and others matters so greatly. They can't be allowed to have power, and certainly not power over the American citizen. Power to protect themselves and their fellow travelers. No. Innocent until proven guilty. Maybe there's a good reason for Schiff's talk and for Swalwell's talk. But I want them prosecuted for what we now know they did. Let them defend themselves. And if found guilty, jail for 1,000 years. By the way, trying to undo an election, trying to thwart the president, I don't know how that isn't treasonous. But that's me, and an expert could tell me no, and here's why. 1,000 years in jail for these lowlifes. And for the political left, allow me. I know you're going to do a lot of screaming and a lot of yelling about Trump this and Trump that, and authoritarian this and authoritarian that. And listen carefully. You're losing. You're losing. And there is not a Democrat who knows how to connect. Things are so bad for you, y'all turned to Beto O'Rourke. That's bad stuff. And there are places where it's easy to take on Trump. It is simple to do, but you guys can't. You don't have a single bit of leadership. You have an insane, radicalized squad that connects with less and less people. You have a House Majority Leader in Hakeem Jeffries who has no fight in him at all. And you have a Senate Minority Leader in Chuck Schumer who, it turns out, makes up invisible friends and quotes them repeatedly. Oh, that's an incredible story. You think you have Democratic leadership in Indiana? Destiny Wells? Well, that's funny. She's too busy trolling to want to lead. Fatty Kadori? Who else do you have? J.D. Ford? Where are your Democratic leaders? Oh, you want me to get into the whole Mitch Gore conversation and redistricting? I gladly will. They can't redistrict because they already have 7. That's not an answer, sir. That's not an answer. That's silly. The answer is, of course, they can redistrict. The question is, should they redistrict? They can't redistrict. Why do it? They already have 7. Well, the answer is to get 8. I'm not saying you like the answer, but that's the answer. You say they can't do it because they already have 7? And then Indiana Democrats doing the most Indiana Democrat thing ever. Too late to the party, unable to connect, just like the whole Democratic Party. It is something else. I mean, gosh, they're even opposed to safety in D.C., but I'll get to that. Right now, Matt Bear has traffic. What's up, Matthew?
South side northbound 65 slows from Raymond Street up to the South Split. That's because of road construction. Reminding you that the Lafayette Road Bridge over 465 is closed because it had an inspection yesterday. The inspection did not go well. So now the bridge is closed until a later date. I'll let you know what that date is when I know. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
State Representative Craig Haggard will be with us. He's going to talk about his big announcement.
Join us Wednesday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
You want to feel cool because these temperatures are not going anywhere. The heat, the humidity, it's all been awful. Masters Heating and Cooling understands, and Masters Heating and Cooling will keep you cool for this entire summer that is still with us. It seems like it's going to be with us for a long time. We're talking about full HVAC systems or repairing the system that you have. And Masters has 0% financing options and opportunities, all sorts of flexible financing options. So whatever your need is, Masters Heating and Cooling will make sure it's happening for you and your family. David and the entire team do incredible work. They've taken great care of me, and if anything goes wrong, they're back to take care of it. They are people of their word. They live up to it, and they make sure that you are getting everything that not only you paid for, but that you deserve. Quality service, a fair price, and making sure that you are treated like you deserve. Talk to Masters Heating and Cooling today. 317-567-9505. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-567-9505. Masters Heating and Cooling. 567-9505 or online at mastersindy.com. That's mastersindy.com.
This is the soundtrack of summer.
And new memories are waiting at your Indiana State Fair.
Join us today for Farmers Day. Presented by Corteva Agriscience. Enjoy a stroll around the fair, take in the mouth-watering foods, and enjoy over 100 free things to do. Visit with the animals. Plan your trip now at IndianaStateFair.com. Buy online to save time.
Sounds like fun. Your Indiana State Fair. Presented by Get Prepared Indiana.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln and Fishers. Come see the full line of breathtaking Lincoln vehicles at Indiana's premier Lincoln dealership. From the moment you arrive at Tom Roush Lincoln, you'll know you've arrived. Shop over 200 new Lincolns in our state-of-the-art family-owned and operated dealership with no pressure. Just the award-winning service and respect you deserve, plus complimentary pickup and delivery for service. Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln and Fishers.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The crime is happening at a rate he says they just won't acknowledge. Nothing on radar. 71 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 86. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30.
It has a crime problem. And if you don't believe me, then carry your happy ass down to 8th Street or Columbia Heights or the Navy Yard or Brentwood.
Louisiana Republican Senator John Kennedy telling Fox News that D.C.'s crime problem is something that Democrats won't acknowledge, even as President Trump delivers a takeover of the city's police department.
I see the tofu mob with their NPR tote bags and their organic broccoli, and I see many of my Democratic friends who, in response to said president, foam at the mouth and have their 19th nervous breakdown.
And with the Department of Justice overseeing D.C. police, the chief was asked yesterday, who's in charge and what's the chain of command?
What does that mean?
Well, is it Pam Bondi speaking to the mayor, speaking to you, or how does this work?
So the executive order is clear. The president designated Attorney General Bondi.
And at the end of the clip, you heard D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser step in. 4 teenagers have been arrested for burglaries on a home, including Brad Pitt's.
Burglary detectives served a search warrant on the suspect's residence in the city of Compton and in Newton Division in the city of Los Angeles, where they recovered numerous items taken during burglaries within the city.
And that's LA's police chief. And the state of Indiana has what it's called the Indiana Child Support Program. John Herrick reports on how it works.
It's administered locally by county prosecutors, and it serves more than 200,000 families statewide. As for what that program did last year,
$500 million was collected and distributed to Indiana families.
Boone County Prosecutor Kent Eastwood says his office collected and distributed more than $3.4 million of that to families in his county, and they're hard at work again this year. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Gas prices across Indianapolis north of $3.20 this morning, says Gas Buddy. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. Just one day after the city of Hammond announced a similar move, Terre Haute Mayor Brandon Sackman has announced what he calls a strategic hiring freeze. Sackman says the move is being made to safeguard fiscal health in the city and core municipal services. While Hammond Mayor Tom McDermott said his city was freezing hiring across all departments, Terre Haute said its move will not affect public safety roles or any seasonal positions. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is accusing Eli Lilly and Company of a kickback scheme to induce medical providers to prescribe the Indianapolis-based company's drugs, including blockbuster GLP-1 medications Mounjaro and Zepbound. That according to a recent lawsuit. Paxton alleges to enhance profits, Lilly offered illegal incentives to influence Texas providers to prescribe Lilly medications. Lilly says it intends to vigorously defend against the allegations. The prenatal ultrasound is an important milestone for parents during pregnancy, and a study by a University of Notre Dame psychologist shows words used during that ultrasound correlate to the baby's behavior 2 years later. The new study is the first to show that behavior problems at 18 months old also correlate with how the baby was described to parents during the ultrasound, says Assistant Professor Kaylin Hill.
Really small moments that then impact how a parent is viewing their child. It's such a small interaction, seemingly small interaction, that may carry a large impact.
You're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress, from the foods we eat to the heights we soar, because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, invest in connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation. with Elevate Ventures. Visit elevateventures.com.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America builds and maintains roads, bridges, and other essential infrastructure that make us the crossroads of America. So thanks to LIUNA members' work, Hoosiers have a better quality of life, like access to utilities, easier routes to jobs, schools, or medical care, and deliveries keep moving. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
A communication standard bearer in Michiana for decades, Frank Schurz Jr. has passed away. Schurz's first job with the family's company was as a delivery boy for the South Bend Tribune, and he would go on to leave his mark in media, serving as CEO of Schurz Communications for 25 years. He would then leave a philanthropic legacy in and around South Bend. Frank Schurz Jr. was 94. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
All right, serious crash on the northwest side. It's Georgetown Road at 71st Street. One vehicle crash, and one person is trapped inside a vehicle. And right now, that's a spot to avoid if you can. Also on the northwest side, Lafayette Road, bridge over 465 shut down. It failed an inspection yesterday. No timetable on when it's going to reopen. Also, northbound 65 slows Raymond into the South Split because of road construction. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got, what have we got, Tony? It's a great question. So glad you asked. 70 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:36. A check on sports. Let's do that. And, Ryan Hedrick, what's going on?
Tony, good morning. It was a nail-biter at Gainbridge Fieldhouse last night on the Indiana Fever Radio Network.
Sophie's the inbounder. Tosh between the rings. Sophie has it, scans. Kelsey comes to get it from the corner near the bench. Heaves, no good, and the game is over. Final score, Dallas 81, Indiana 80.
John Nolan with the call, the 20th game without Caitlin Clark. The Fever fell to Dallas, and head coach Stephanie White says it is hard playing without a point guard on the floor.
It's tough because point guards are the ones who get you organized. And there were times where we weren't organized. There were times where we were over-dribbling, got away from, our off-ball actions and went straight to trying to go one-on-one.
And the Fever play the Washington Mystics on Friday at home. The Colts play the Green Bay Packers this weekend at Lucas Oil Stadium in preseason game number 2. The teams will hold a joint scrimmage on Thursday. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com.
Call today or go to bwindow.com and receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door.
Because at B-Window,
we mean business.
The governor, his name is Mike Braun. He'll be with us at 7:15, or at least he's scheduled to be, right? That's what we know. He's scheduled to be with us at 7:15. We'll see what happens. We'll see if it all works out. By the way, I don't anticipate any problems. I think he's showing up at 7:15. The state of Indiana. That's what we are discussing. The state and the mental state. We will get into that with him at 7:15. You should be here for that. I have long discussed that it is not irrational, but rather honest to discuss how Christians are treated. If you listen to news outlets, they'll tell you that no problem with Christians, everything is Islamophobia. That's not true. It has never been true. It is not true today. What is true is that According to the Family Research Council, agree with them or disagree with them, let's talk about the data, let's not talk about the group. Attacks against churches remained elevated in the final year of the Biden administration. 415 vandalism, arson, shooting, bomb threats, physical assaults, and disruptions of church services in 2024. Now, that's high, that's down from the 485 attacks that took place in 2023, but higher than the 187 recorded attacks between 2018 and 2020, the last 3 years of Trump's first term. I only make the important argument that if you were to tell me that somebody was attacked because of their Muslim faith, you show me, we can agree. You have seen that people have been attacked because they're Jews. You've seen it, you know it, it's factual, it is true, and it is supported by the Democratic Party. You can argue not, Democrats. You can argue not. But we saw how you protected universities. We see those who are members of Congress, elected officials in Indianapolis, who don't talk about the return of hostages. We see you. We're aware. The only people who aren't aware of this are liberal Jews who are just, well, flat out embarrassing. You know that people I grew up with, I don't talk to anymore. Okay. If this is what you want, this is what you'll get. I can't help you if you don't want to, survive. But there is no question, as we have discussed it numerous times, that anything you see about Jews this and Jews that, Christians are next, because that's the goal, whether it's the communists and the destruction of Western civilization or the Islamists and the destruction of Western civilization. These aren't just words. If you encourage people by telling them that the thing that others believe in is somehow attacking them, they will attack it. Trump's a threat to democracy will lead to someone shooting at the president, which is what happens once and almost twice. Of course, there are attacks on Christians because they're Christian. We knew this. We now have some data. People can agree or disagree to the data. Show me where it's wrong, and I will say, okay. But recognize that it is indeed happening, because it is. And that is step one. Just recognize. Be honest about the fact that it is indeed happening. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. You might need a new roof, but you don't know. With all those storms that have come through, any leaks, any cracks, any small problems now that are going to be very large problems later, you need Moss Roofing to get up there, check that roof, and give you a complete roofing inspection. Moss Roofing is family owned right here in central Indiana for over 30 years, and they give you something that's very hard to find these days. Honest work and peace of mind. Their free inspection is a thorough checkup of your roof, your siding, your gutters, and your windows. And if there's storm damage, they're going to show you photos, explain what's going on, and they'll even work with your insurance company for you. I just had Moss Roofing check out something on my roof. Let us know what was going on. Hey, here's what we think this is. Keep an eye on this. Check on this. We'll check back on it and make sure it isn't a bigger issue, because sometimes it's just that simple. No stress, no pressure, just real professionals doing the job right. Talk to Moss Roofing today. Protect your home and avoid bigger problems later. Moss Roofing, 317-747-3665. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-747-3665. Moss Roofing, 747-3665, or online at Moss, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
Matt Baer here for Trajan Wealth. We've talked a bit about Trajan Wealth's core philosophies, like low expenses, manager tenure, and tax efficiency. It's music to my ears, very Hoosier, in fact. And just some of the qualities that convinced me to become a client of Trajan Wealth. So I'm very excited to announce that Trajan is hosting this movie premiere for their new documentary, Retirement on the Brink. It's an eye-opening documentary that everyone nearing retirement needs to see. Get your VIP ticket by going to retirementonthebrink.com or calling 800-670-0366. Retirement on the Brink from Trajan Wealth is for anyone putting together a roadmap for their personal wealth management. You can reserve your seat now at retirementonthebrink.com or call 800-670-0366. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement. DBA in most states is Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matthew?
North side eastbound 465 stop and go traffic after ditch to Meridian. South side northbound 65 slow after Keystone Avenue into the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust a local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
70 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time right now is 6:45.
Whether you're dropping them off for the first day of school or they're driving themselves for the first time, we know you have enough on your mind. That's why Hubler's got you and your family covered for 100,000 miles. And we want you to spend less on back to school. That's why you can shop over 2,000 vehicles and buy with zero down. Zero down delivers. Plus, we'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring us your old car for an immediate appraisal. Head back to school in a Hubler Q-certified vehicle with a free Carfax history report and a 128-point vehicle inspection. Hubler's got you covered. For 100,000 miles, visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations. Zero down delivers at Hubler. 'Cause Hubler's got you covered.
Select models approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Cover me!
Guys, Low T Center has improved the quality of hundreds of thousands of men's lives across the country. Now women can enjoy the same life-changing, medically guided hormone therapy.
Imagine how great you'll both feel. FixMyLowT.com for information and to schedule an appointment.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I am just about done with Matt Bear's morning coffee label. Now, I did from the chat room. I received an angry message. You guys know that we live stream the show. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What's going on? It's there on YouTube. Just go to the WIBC YouTube channel, and you can see it every Monday through Friday. We are there. First of all, I didn't have to put on pants. I'm always wearing pants. Thank you. Thank you. I did, however, have to brush my hair because, producer Carl demands that we be on camera at all times. And now, don't get me wrong, my hair always looks great, so I just gave it a little extra zhuzh just for you. But I think it's Claudia who designed some labels for us. I didn't know this the first time we did Matt Bear's Coffee. Have you ever had Matt Bear's Coffee, producer Carl?
No, I haven't, but I'm looking forward to it.
We did this a couple years ago. Matt Bear's, I think, did we call it the breakfast blend? I forget. We did two kinds. We did Joyride and we did Road Rage. And Road Rage had extra caffeine in it. Joyride was just a very, very easygoing breakfast coffee, which I love. It's roasted by Julian Coffee Roasters. If you guys don't know Julian, absolutely fantastic stuff. So we're bringing it back. We are bringing it back. A portion of every bag is going to benefit the Salvation Army Harbor Light Center because that's what Matt wants. And that's what Matt's getting. There it is. The Harbor Light Center, instituted by the Salvation Army to help those who are motivated to accept treatment, overcome their addiction to alcohol and or other drugs. Whatever my issues with the Salvation Army are, this is what Matt Bear wants. This is what Matt Bear is going to get. Just that easy. So the labels are simple and easy and done. And what I'm hoping, Matt, is that I will be able to have these bagged and ready by Julian Coffee Roasters right here in Indianapolis by August 23rd. When Nick Searcy is in town, from Hollywood to the Heartland, the big event coming up in just over a week. If you don't get your tickets, they're going to be gone. They are going to be gone. I think we've got 50, 60 left. I mean, they've been selling very well, and thank you guys. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Just Add Water Boats is now a part of this. JustAddWaterBoats.com, Matt, where we did the porch party. We hung out, smoked cigars. They made breakfast for everybody. Incredible. JustAddWaterBoats.com. Defiance Beef. If you ever wanted to buy a cow and put it in the freezer, yeah, these are the guys. They are sponsors of Eat, Drink, Smoke, and now coming on for this event, DefianceBeef.com for this event, not events, event. And if you use Eat, Drink, Smoke as the promo code, you're going to get $150 off. Yeah, Defiance Beef. I've had it. I've had the strips. I've had the sirloins. I've had the tenderloins. I've had the ribeyes. I've had the ground beef. Oh, Daddy's happy. Yes, and I placed my order for, I think, a quarter cow. We're building ourselves up to how much meat it's actually going to be. Hundreds, and then you can get into quite literally thousands of pounds. It's crazy stuff. So that's happening. They're a part of it. Premier Arms and PA Jewelers sponsoring, and they'll have the full setup. You're going to see some incredible deals on jewelry, on their whole selection. You know, their knife selection is out of control. Incredible stuff, including the Flederman Von Riest watches. Von Riest will be there as well, assembled right here in Indiana. Incredible timepieces. Boer Remodeling is going to be there. So you can talk to them about that kitchen, that bathroom, that basement. They're all going to be there August 23rd. That's Boer Remodeling, Booher, BoerRemodeling.com. Barbecue from Big Hoppa's Barbecue in Westfield. Desserts from Circle City Sweets. It's at West Fork Whiskey. The bourbon is going to flow, my friends. And then a cigar at the end of the evening. And if I have it right, I've got Blend Bar Cigar. Corey and the team coming out to cut and light for you. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be surreal. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. It is the best night you are going to have in a long time. It is a night you are going to remember for at least that night. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Get your tickets before they sell out. Seriously, do it now. Do it now. I got to ask, do we have any more sponsorships available? We do have one. We do have one sponsorship available. Just reach out to me. I will make it work for you. But get your tickets. Do it right now. We have VIP tickets still available. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. And a couple people emailed me, hey, can I upgrade the ticket? This and that. I will get back to you. And the answer is yes. I'll take care of everything. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Nick Searcy, the actor, the producer, he has 2 documentaries on January 6th, which really come into interesting play now. With everything we're learning about Schiff and Swalwell, he'll talk about that. The Hollywood stories, and he moved to Kentucky. Why we both came to the Midwest. Why it has been so incredible. We're going to be talking about all of it and drinking great bourbon. So be there for it. We'll also be talking about the Indiana Democrats doing quite literally the most Indiana Democrat thing ever. The Indiana Democratic Party has announced that they are heading to Texas to meet with the Texas Democrats who, I'm sorry, they're not heading to Texas, they're heading to Illinois to meet with the Texas Democrats who fled Texas because they didn't want to vote on redistricting. Right? Texas Democrats refuse to do their job. They don't believe in democracy. They don't want to represent their people. So they left Texas so there wouldn't be a quorum. Texas wants to engage redistricting, which is a political process, and they are allowed to do. No law is being broken. Democrats left town. And the other Democrats want to treat them as heroes. And J.B. Pritzker is talking with them, and Kathy Hochul's talking with them. It's embarrassing. And no one's paying attention. No one cares. Like, it was interesting for an hour, and then it's like, okay, we've seen Democrats do this, including Indiana Democrats in 2011. You're all super boring. Well, now the Indiana Democrats are heading to Chicago to meet with these Texas lawmakers and it got announced that these Texas Democrats are like, okay, we've lost the fight. We're heading back to Texas. They're heading back to Texas because they know they can't stay in Illinois forever. So the Texas Democrats who left for Illinois are admitting defeat, and now the Indiana Democrats are like, hey, let's hang out. Nothing could be more perfectly Indiana Democrats than that. You guys, you Indems are a treat. That's what, you're so bad, you make these Republicans look good. That's something. Matt Bear has traffic.
Georgetown Road is 71st. One car crash. Somebody was trapped inside a vehicle. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
When you own a business, it feels like everything's on you. Orders, deliveries, employees, on you. That's why Comcast Business is giving you a year of mobile on us with your internet service.
Really?
Yep. We'll cover your first line of mobile for 1 year. So calling customers, getting directions, texting Janine and shipping, on us. The broken coffee maker? That one's still on you, which means you'll save hundreds for your business and get the fastest mobile service with 5G cellular and Wi-Fi hotspots on us. But hurry, this deal won't last long. Get a mobile plan and free up the budget to maybe, I don't know, fix that coffee maker? Get mobile on us for 1 year, you guessed it, on us. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/22/25. Restrictions apply. New mobile customers only with internet standard service or above. Limited to value of one unlimited intro line apply via 12 monthly internet bill credits. One discount per account. Fastest mobile based on mobile Wi-Fi and cellular data in service areas. Ookla Speed Test Intelligence 2H24.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-557-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
Join Sertoma Club of Greenwood for Wham Fest, a festival of wine, art, music, and microbrew this Saturday, August 16th at Greenwood's Craig Park. Wham Fest. Wine, art, music, microbrew, and food. Enjoy Phil Pearl, Jai Baker Trio, That 90s Band, and the Spasmatics at Wham Fest, noon to 8:30 p.m. this Saturday, August 16th at Craig Park in Greenwood. Tickets and more at whamfest.com. Presented by the Ray Skillman Automotive Group.
Pat Sullivan here for Hope Plumbing. Do gurgling pipes, the fear of a leak in your basement, or an AC unit that sounds like a lawnmower keep you up at night? Become a member at Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling and have the comfort of knowing you have a technician on call to bring total comfort to your home. For only $8 a month, you get up to a 10% discount on all plumbing and HVAC services, 1 annual free mainline snaking, 1 annual inspection, and so much more. Call Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling and become a member today.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Technology Recyclers is the safe and ethical choice for your computer and electronics recycling. R2 certified, 100% landfill free, guaranteed destruction of data, and absolutely free pickups. Visit tech-recyclers.com.
More tariffs later, tornadoes possible.
WIBC.com gives you more than just headlines. It's context, updates, and insight. Whether you're at work, on the move, or catching up late, the latest is already there. Stay in the know while you're on the go at WIBC.com. Scrolling all day. Clickbait everywhere. But the facts, they're harder to find.
WIBC didn't just report the story. They explained why it matters.
I'm Ryan Hedrick on The Level on the go.
I check the WIBC website every morning before I even open social media.
Online, on social, on air. Stay in the know while you're on the go.
You've got to stay in the know.
Stay informed. Now more than ever, we have information.
93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, why Indiana Democrats are taking a trip today and where they're going, when you could expect a little relief from this heat, and what your governor is saying about your lieutenant governor. After Fox News on a Wednesday morning, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis from Monument Circle. It's 7 o'clock.
Ukraine's president has just arrived in Berlin. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, where Volodymyr Zelensky is going to hold a lot of talks with Germany's chancellor in person and then European leaders virtually before a call with President Trump ahead of Friday's summit in Alaska between the president and Russian leader Vladimir Putin, trying to stop the war in Ukraine. But Zelensky will not be part of those talks.
Conversations between Putin and Trump may be important for their bilateral, but they cannot agree on anything about Ukraine without us.
Meanwhile, Russia's defense ministry just said they've captured 2 more towns in eastern Ukraine. Speaking of Russia, its political interference in the 2016 election is part of a new investigation, and President Trump just posted on Truth Social, just out, irrefutable proof that now Senator Adam Schiff, who led the House Intelligence Committee's investigation into allegations the Trump campaign colluded with Russia, approved a plan to leak classified information to damage President Trump in his first term. Now, that post is a reaction to a Democratic whistleblower's allegation.
That, according to documents obtained by Fox News, where the whistleblower, during a private meeting with Schiff and others, allegedly tried to tell Schiff the actions would be illegal.
That's Fox's Ryan Schmel. Senator Schiff, in response, calls it a smear that's absolutely false and defamatory from a disgruntled former staffer who'd been fired. National Guard troops are on the streets now in Washington after President Trump federalized D.C. police to crack down on crime. As his Democratic critics counter, violent crime is at a 30-year low in D.C. Federal agents also on patrol, and White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says they made a few dozen arrests.
These arrests consisted of homicide, firearms offenses, possession with intent to distribute narcotics.
Speaking of that, Mexico has sent 26 cartel leaders and others to the U.S. to face charges.
One of them is accused of participating in the 2008 murder of a Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputy. American authorities are ratcheting up pressure on criminal networks sending drugs across the border.
That's Tom Rigatti. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What Democrats say they're opposed to. Nothing on radar. 71 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 86 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02. Indiana House Democrats will join Texas Democrats in Chicago this afternoon to protest a redistricting plan that Texas Democrats fled their state to stop.
One of those Democrats scheduled to head to Texas from Indiana is Mitch Gore. I'm John Herrick. In a Tuesday interview with 93 WIBC's Kendall and Casey, Gore said this redistricting madness is being caused in part by President Trump being power hungry.
Now you have a president who so desperately wants to cling to power that he's willing to kind of throw out all of these norms that we've had for 200 years for very good reasons, just for another 2 years of being given carte blanche by the Congress.
A press conference with Indiana and Texas Democrats is supposed to start at 1:30 local time. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Republican members of the Indianapolis City County Council have a new voice leading their ranks. Brian Mowry, who has represented the Franklin Township's District 25 since 16, steps into the role of minority leader, taking over from Michael Paul Hart, the council member from District 20, covering parts of southern and eastern Indianapolis since 2019. Marion police say shots were fired at an apartment building on Tuesday, and 4 people were hit. When police arrived, they found a couple of people suffering from gunshot wounds. One was taken in a helicopter in critical condition. The other's injuries were non-life threatening. A third victim later arrived at a hospital, and his 7-year-old child was present in the home when the shots were fired, but they were unharmed. Indiana Governor Mike Braun talking about his conversations, or lack thereof, with Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith concerning deep AI porn.
Speaking with WIBC's Hammer and Nigel on Tuesday, Braun called the whole thing a distraction from the state's work and said his own office would have handled it differently.
If that were in my office, it would be fully transparent. There'd be quick action to get to the bottom of it.
He says he's letting Beckwith's team handle things on their own, Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And more with Governor Braun coming up in about 11 minutes when he joins Tony Katz in the morning news. Relief from the heat is on the way. Kind of.
It'll be a slight relief. We'll get highs in the 80s, but lower dew points will help as well. And then we'll heat right back up. Looks like Friday into the weekend could be relatively hot. And it feels like temperatures will be closer to 100 and possibly even slightly higher than that across portions of the state.
And that's Greg Mello at the National Weather Service, Indianapolis. The Indiana Fever dropped a tough game to the Dallas Wings last night, 81-80. It was their 20th game without Caitlin Clark. They play the Washington Mystics on Friday at home. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com at 7:05. Traffic on the fives. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Looking at northbound 65 after South Keystone Avenue. That's stop-and-go traffic up to the south split, a 4-minute delay because of construction. And same construction zone on southbound 65, 70 down in town. We are slow from the north split to the south split, and now we have a crash as you approach the south split. I'm told it's on the left shoulder, backing us up for a 5-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by Honda of Fishers. Honda of Fishers is now Great Lakes Honda of Fishers under new ownership. Visit them just off State Road 37 for special grand opening prices during their summer sales event. Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings. Is it Tara? Is Tara back? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, hey. Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Hey, good morning. Maybe a little bit of patchy fog out there early on. Otherwise, mainly cloudy skies for today. Could see a few spotty showers or thunderstorms south and east of I-70 later this afternoon. We'll see highs near 86, and it is going to be on the muggy side. Partly cloudy skies tonight, not as humid. We'll fall to about 67. And then on Thursday, we'll look for mostly sunny skies. Temperatures will be in the mid-80s, and humidity values not terrible. I think tomorrow should be relatively nice, so enjoy it because the heat is back on for the weekend. 90 on Friday, sunny skies, and then into the low and middle 90s for the weekend.
I'm here to tell you, first of all,
Yes.
I'll take any reprieve I can, but this humidity sucks.
It does.
Right?
It's going to be awful this weekend.
Well, that doesn't make me feel good. How's it going to be next weekend?
Oh, next weekend.
Yes, the big
Specifically
events.
up
Myself,
in Westfield.
Nick Searcy, West Fork Whiskey, from Hollywood to the Heartland with the barbecue and the cigars and the comedy and the joy. How is the weather going to be?
It's going to be a 100% chance of a great time.
Look at you.
Mm-hmm.
Look at you.
Mm-hmm. How about that?
Well, I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Very, very impressed. That's Tara Hastings. I'm sorry. I was trying to do three things at once, and I shouldn't. All my focus should be on you.
Oh, yes, it should be.
Yeah, I'm done now. Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. Appreciate you. That's Tara right there. Maybe you'll see her on August 23rd. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. They're going to sell out. Get tickets today. Do this. It right now is 70 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:08. So as you heard in the top of the hour news, Mexico has indeed sent cartel members to the United States. At first, I had the headline didn't make any sense to me. Mexico transfers 26 suspected cartel members to the U.S. Why would we want these people at all? This is about trying them for crimes in the U.S. So Mexico has expelled these 26 imprisoned cartel members wanted by the U.S. This from Claudia Sheinbaum, who is the Mexican president. The objective here is to go after the cartels and go after them hard. To show, hey, this is what happens when you deal drugs and you engage in human trafficking in the U.S. You're going to spend your life here. You ain't tough. You're not special. We're not interested. It is imperative that the cartels get knocked around. You want to destroy Mexico? I can't stop you. You want to destroy the U.S.? We can stop you, and we will. And we'll use force, and we will get rougher than you. We're completely nuts. Everything you've ever thought of is stuff we threw out and said, no, that's too mamby-pamby. That's too wimpy. No, we do crazy stuff, like insane stuff. We do the kind of stuff where the people who make the movie Saw say, damn, that's nuts. That's who we are. So, okay, cartel members, glad we had this talk. That is the kind of approach that one needs to take. And I only hope that this is part of that approach to show if you commit crimes in the U.S., we're going to find you, you're going to deal with it, and you're going to spend your life in jail. Maybe don't do this here. The governor of Indiana, his name is Mike Braun. You have seen pictures. He is next on the show. Keep it here. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Everyone's talking about Galaxy Concrete Coating and their transformation, like your neighbor Mike.
Well, the local company that we used first was highly recommended by people in our neighborhood. We did not know until after it didn't work on our floor. It just healed up like a cheap suit. And so my wife says, we got to do something. And so she started looking around on the internet, and she found Galaxy.
Lots of styles to choose from, 4 times stronger than epoxy, and it comes with a lifetime warranty.
We got Galaxy out here. They got here at about 8 o'clock in the morning, and they finished up at 6 o'clock that night. Other than having a beautiful garage floor, you couldn't tell they were here. Just did a wonderful job on it.
Galaxy Concrete Coatings works for any area like patios, garage floors, driveways, and around pools.
Still looks fantastic, and anybody that visits our house, that's all they want to talk about. I mean, they just can't believe how nice the garage floor looks.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com and remember to like us on Facebook, GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com. We are out of this world.
So do you have more than $200,000 saved for retirement? You could put that money in the stock market, but you have no idea what will happen with it. Or you could make a smarter move and get a 20% upfront bonus and a competitive return that's averaged more than 10% annually over the last 10 years.
All right, here's the math. If you invest $200,000, you get an upfront $40,000 bonus. Now that's $240,000. That $240,000 could earn 10%, or $24,000 in the first year. So, by year end, your original $200,000 could grow to $264,000. Get all the details by calling Bill Demery, your retirement guy, 317-648-5120. We trust Bill, and you can too. 317-648-5120. 317-648-5120.
I'm with Applied Innovation customer Lawrence Duttler, president of Sun Title, who has been an Applied Innovation customer for 20 years.
Well, to be honest, it was when it came to having copiers and scanners, there was really no other choice but to go to Applied. I mean, it was the service level, the people.
Then you discovered Applied Innovation also provided network support and security.
And when we found out, that was an easy decision to make. They've got a great team of folks that understand just overall computers, networks, that kind of thing.
How has Applied Innovation benefited Sun Title for 2 decades?
You've got to be in the foxhole with somebody. Our business is about being tech-enabled. It's about servicing our clients. So their service to me as a client gives me the ability to serve our clients better.
Applied Innovation, office technology made simple, backed by a partner you can trust. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Jeff Chapman here. Your home has a lot of systems. We cover them all. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, drains, and now electrical. Remember the man for all seasons, and now more reasons. Chapman. ChapmanHeating.com.
Another update is just minutes away.
Volodymyr Zelensky says Russia shows no signs of stopping the war.
Negotiated settlement that the Ukrainians and the Russians can live with.
Hear the news.
5 teenagers arrested Saturday shooting 17 and 14-year-olds attempted murder.
Stay in the know while you're on the go.
The latest budget
For 2026, public safety is supposed to get a 6% increase.
On air
heat will take over the state.
and online.
What about rain?
Across the northwest portions of the state.
93 WIBC Mobile News.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what do we know?
Downtown, crash southbound 6570 in the south split on the inside shoulder, causing slow traffic past Michigan Street. That's a 10-minute delay. Construction in the middle of that as well. Looking at northbound 65, stop and go from Raymond Street into the south split, again, same construction zone. Inbound 69 slowing from 106th Street down to 82nd, and a crash on the northwest side. It's Georgetown Road at 71st. One car involved. Somebody was trapped. Also, Lafayette Road Bridge over 465 is closed. It didn't pass inspection yesterday, so it's closed indefinitely. When we get a timeline on that, we will let you know here and at Matt in Traffic. Traffic sponsored by Unbound.org. A girl in Kenya dreams of becoming a doctor, an elder in Guatemala, dreams of being part of a community. Reach out and change their world, and it will change their own. Unbound.org. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
70 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:16. So it's been Governor Mike Braun for, what is it, almost 8 months? Or is it exactly 8 months? How do we think it's gone? I mean, there's a lot of clamor. There's a lot of talk. But what is the, now settled into the job, what's the goal? What is it that we're after in the state of Indiana? Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Governor Mike Braun joins us right now. Served in that General Assembly, former U.S. Senator, and now Governor. We take a look at these past months, getting used to the job, knowing where the office is, knowing where they keep the stapler, things like that. You said leaving the Senate was about not being able to get anything done. In 8 months, do you feel that you've been able to get more things done as governor?
Hey, Tony, good to be on the show. And when I said not getting anything done, we got more done as a freshman Senate office than almost any first-termer there, and outperformed some of the ones you have to wheel out of there after 2 to 3 decades. But you weren't doing large agenda items because that got caught up in the ideology of needing 60 senators to agree to it. So in choosing to run for governor, I'm a big believer in term limits at the federal level. I wasn't going to do it more than 2 terms, and we've gotten a lot done here in a short time. In these 7 months plus, we've streamlined state government. There was a lot of slop and fat in the agencies. We asked to reduce your costs. You couldn't get used to the COVID borrowing and spending spree, and we're getting better performance out of state government. I've got 8 entrepreneurial individuals leading the policy cabinet silos, and legislatively we jumped in motion and did a lot in education, healthcare, and things that really count. The big issue beyond, I think, getting off to a great start is how do you deal with the challenges that kind of pop up. And even within your own governing party, having to deal with things that become distractions to what I think has been a great team. We've gotten a lot done, and most legislators would agree with everything I just said, too.
Well, I will be the one to tell you that certainly you can create a list of things that were done. Not everybody in Indiana, you know this, agrees. They don't agree property taxes were well done. Certainly as a cigar guy, covering a shortfall with a tax on cigar stores and cigars in general is a serious issue. The tax should be on lawyers and kale, sir, not on cigars. It was a real abuse by the Republicans. But one of the things that we look at in the idea of growth is the idea of business growth. And there's been a tremendous amount of talk regarding data centers and data centers coming to Indiana. And we see now the power, the electricity issues that come with these data centers. Never mind the question of what kind of jobs are we talking about. New Jersey residents have seen power bills triple because of, well, regulation. Here, these data centers take so much power. We're also seeing increases in these costs. Is Indiana a place for these data centers to come? Are we actively trying to attract them to be here?
They want to come to Indiana because of the business climate in general.
Do we want them?
That's a great question, and to me, it's very analogous to. It's in the energy category. They are voracious. They use one big data center can use up to 5% of what we currently produce, and there's not hardly any new generation coming online due to how difficult that is. And when they came on the scene, along with chip factories, it spiked that. And they use a lot of water to boot. We're one of 15 states that's probably got enough water to do it, but it's very analogous to wind and solar. You saw where that really did well for a short period of time until it started getting involved with local rule versus property owners' ability to do what they want, then a desire to do a state template to make it easy for more wind and solar. That's kind of found its water level. Data centers are worse because they use electricity, and it takes 4 to 5 years even to stand up a natural gas facility. I'm trying to lead on small modular reactors for more generation.
You're talking about nuclear.
Yes, and we're at the leading edge of it because Purdue is the place that spent the most time on it. It's the same process that powers our aircraft carriers and submarines. Very safe. It eliminates almost all the concerns in terms of safety. And the whole nuclear industry has run with a stellar record post 3 Mile Island and so forth. Very familiar with it because we discussed it a lot in the Senate. That doesn't mean we need to have them all. And unless they're going to pay for most of the generation they're going to need, it's going to take away from others in terms of households and business growth. So we got to tread carefully. The school is still out on it. I think we're going to need it because AI is going to be in demand. That's a geopolitical issue. And here we just need to make sure we don't do something that hampers normal growth and get it right. So I'm going to be careful there. A lot of people want to come to Indiana to do them because we got a good business climate.
Talking to Governor Mike Braun, governor of Indiana, and I would agree. I am a fan of nuclear power, and I have been for some time. And if we want to be a place that has nuclear power and therefore can provide power to these data centers, I want to ensure, I want to know from you that we're not giving away the farm to get the data center. If we've got the power and we've got the land and we've got the people, you're lucky to be here. I don't think we need to be engaging in giveaways for the data center, which leads us to what is it that we're trying to attract? You made changes to the IEDC. You changed that composition, really changing the outlook. This seems to be much more small business focused, much more Indiana focused, and not focused on there's nobody in biotech, nobody in AI. You just brought that up. Nobody in these major growth industries, in technological industries that right now is part of the IEDC. It doesn't seem to be where you're going to attract business. Do you view the IEDC as a vehicle to attract business to Indiana?
Definitely. It's just that the focus is going to be to where we see the benefits across the state. And as I've used the term, fertilize the field of entrepreneurs in Main Street. That doesn't mean we're not going to disregard some of the best larger companies, industries that want to come here, but we're going to scrutinize it carefully. That's why we reconstituted the full IEDC board with people with that general perspective, and I embraced an audit, to see what has been going on so that we get legitimacy back into the IEDC and make sure, like Elevate Ventures, which is a wonderful purpose of trying to provide capital to startups and leading edge businesses, but it's got to be done to where we can see what's going on. We got to make sure we're not spending too much money to do that. So you take a total look at it, and this means we'll do the best of what we think needs to be done so that we're not overlooking some of the larger opportunities. But I want to make it to where Main Street and small businesses have their doors knocked on in terms of what can we do to help them.
I'm not opposed to knocking on the doors of Main Street, but I'm giving you, if you have not heard this, the IEDC makeup makes it look like we're not interested in attracting big stuff and engaging in big ideas. The idea of building Main Street has value, not to the idea that we're going to forsake larger scale projects that bring larger scale opportunity. And that's what your IEDC picks look like you're doing.
I want to make it clear that's a wrong extrapolation. They're not mutually exclusive. We're going to do both. In building a business over 37 years, you can never get locked into either this or that. You had to look at it broadly. And here we got 49 other competitors, states that want to kind of do the same thing. I feel well equipped to know the difference between how we address Main Street, how we address larger entities, and we're going to do well at both. I'd say that is a kind of an extrapolation that doesn't make sense, and I'm telling you officially we're going after the best of both. We're going to broaden it out, and I've got a crew there in the IEDC. We're going to get the audit under our belt and make sure that whatever we do is done with full transparency going forward and accountability, and I feel good about that as well.
Talking to Governor Mike Braun, the governor of Indiana. Before I let you go, sir, as we all know, the nonsense is the stuff that buries you. It sinks you. You've seen it enough to know it to be true. You have a Secretary of State, Diego Morales, that takes hit after hit for travel and maybe how he is representing or misrepresenting himself to other nations. You have this story regarding the Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith and some video which nobody has proven to me exists, and I am not calling the man guilty at all until I see proof of it, and I do not know if I trust the source that says that the video exists. What you have, however, are these distractions. Your argument has been, and you made this argument to my counterpart, Hammer Nigel, just yesterday, that if it was in your office, you would get to the bottom of it. Sir, with all due respect, you're the governor of Indiana. Leadership means leading. Have you told either one of these offices to get their heads out of their butts and stop this nonsense, answer the questions, and stop making your life difficult?
Meeting with Micah Beckwith here later this morning, because that's probably reached the level of, and I agree with you, we don't know the facts underlying it. Definitely sideshows and distractions, making headlines for the wrong reasons. Been out there for a long time saying it. Hopefully, it reminds me of high school students that get out of line, and you've got to bring them back in sooner or later, even if you're giving them latitude. They are their own separate offices, each having its own accountability. But yes, sooner or later, there's an accumulation to where you'll have to weigh in and make sure that it's either fixed and you focus on the good things that we've been doing as a state government, and if not, it's going to be to your detriment when you come back into the political arena, and you're going to be chalking up a lot of debits and not credits. And yes, the pressure from my office, leader of the state, will be increasingly so to get back on track, get rid of the sideshows and distractions.
Will there be any pressure on the Secretary of State's office to show full transparency regarding flights to foreign countries and conversations had with those countries?
That as well. When it comes, I've been clear, unequivocating on transparency and accountability. And when you've got companion offices that seem to not be embracing it, yes, that'll be a message coming out of this office. Clear it up. Show us. Quit hiding behind something. If you think that there's nothing there, prove it. And there'll be more emphasis coming from the office, because neither office has seemed to self-correct. It's getting to the point where it is too much of a distraction. And like I say, I'm meeting with the lieutenant governor here in about an hour. So you'll see more of that. It's a shame you have to weigh in on it. especially when you look at all that we've accomplished in nearly 8 months.
Governor Mike Braun, I appreciate you coming on. We will have more of these conversations. Mike Braun, the governor of Indiana. We will get to traffic on the 5s. I apologize for the delay, but I want to get to it. Carl will just hit spots and go from there. That's me giving direction. Look at me. Look at me being the field general. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Hammer and Nigel show. If you missed anything from yesterday, the acting ICE director, Governor Braun. It's posted at WIBC.com. And this afternoon, the biggest stories of the day. Let's have a day.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, lease a new 2025 RAV4, just $349 per month. Or a new Tacoma, $299 per month. Plus, choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax, tag, title, license, 249 dealer doc, RAV4 model 4432, Tacoma model 7540, 36 months, $29.99 due, 0 security, 10,000 annual miles, 15 cents per mile thereafter, expires 9/1.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What your governor is saying about business growth and his lieutenant governor. Nothing on radar. 71 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 86 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:31.
To me, it's very analogous to, it's in the energy category. They are voracious. They use one big data center, can use up to 5% of what we currently produce.
That's Governor Mike Braun with Tony Katz in the morning news just minutes ago, talking about the increasing number of data centers emerging across the state.
But it's very analogous to wind and solar. You saw where that really did well for a short period of time until it started getting involved with local rule versus property owners' ability to do what they want.
And the governor also talked about the role of the Indiana Economic Development Corporation and how the public views it.
And I embraced an audit, to see what has been going on so that we get legitimacy back into the IEDC and make sure, like Elevate Ventures, which is a wonderful purpose.
And the governor also talked about meeting with Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith later this morning regarding the deep fake AI porn controversy.
Definitely sideshows and distractions, making headlines for the wrong reasons. Been out there for a long time saying it. Hopefully, it reminds me of high school students that get out of line, and you've got to bring them back in sooner or later.
And you could find out more about all these stories at WIBC.com. It may rain a little bit today, says Greg Mello, forecaster at the National Weather Service, Indianapolis.
No, we're not expecting any severe weather potential today, but any thunderstorms that develop, lightning is always a hazard with any storm, and we could have some brief heavy rain, but not expect any flooding potential today.
And Mello says the big deal really is the heat and humidity, which will ramp up as we get into the weekend. Gas prices across the Hoosier state, and more specifically Indianapolis, north of $3.20 a gallon this morning, says Gas Buddy. That's up 15 cents from where it was last week. And sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com.
It was a physical game. You know, I think there's a double standard in how people get their calls. I think Kelsey Mitchell, number one, is held or chucked on every freaking possession.
That's Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White complaining about the refereeing after last night's loss, 81-80 to the Dallas Wings.
I think Aaliyah Boston is the worst officiated post player in the league. She never gets a call. You know, there's a double standard there. If it's going to be physical and you're gonna allow us to be physical, then allow both teams to be physical.
Indiana still without Caitlin Clark for the 20th game this season. The Fever play the Washington Mystics at home Friday. The Indianapolis Colts will start Daniel Jones in Saturday's preseason game against the Green Bay Packers 2 days after a joint practice with them. And in Major League Baseball, the Toronto Blue Jays beat the Chicago Cubs 5-1.
And you got to take pride in still, owning the fact that we're all Major League Baseball players and a part of a really good offense that dominated for all year up until a couple weeks ago. And just being a hitter every day, there's nothing different about it.
And that's Cubs outfielder Peter Crow Armstrong. The Cubs are spiraling. They've dropped 5 of 7. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com. At 7:35, traffic on the 5s. What are you watching, Matt Bear?
Right now, 9-minute delay, Ryan, from the northeast side. It's inbound 69, 116th Street, down 282nd. South side construction slowdowns, northbound 65, Southport Road to 465. Then again, after South Keystone Avenue up to the south split, that's a 5-minute delay. Inbound 70 slow around Arlington Avenue. And this reminder on the northwest side that the Lafayette Road Bridge over 465 is shut down until further notice. It did not pass its bridge inspection yesterday. So sad. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust a local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
I just finished your coffee labels, Matt Bear.
Oh, wow. The Bear's Breakfast Blend.
So it's now Matt Bear's Morning Coffee.
I like that.
Is what it's called.
Yes.
And the Joyride and the Road Rage. And I am feeling good that I will have it available for August 23rd from Hollywood to the Heartland.
Have you guys thought of the Morning Rush?
No, because I think that would be infringement on Rush Limbaugh. And gosh, I'm not doing that.
Oh, I didn't know he had that blend.
He did it. He used to do it was a morning radio thing that he did.
Oh, okay.
It was the Morning Rush, right? I think that's what it was. That's why I stayed away from it. So no, I didn't, producer Carl, come up with that. But thanks for raining on my parade. I've got Joyride and I've got Road Rage, and here comes Carl like, here, this one's better. You suck.
Can we name something after Paul Harvey?
Yeah, if we could. Paul Harvey, Phil Hendry, we're going to do it all.
Yeah.
Good coffee. Good day.
We have Opie and Anthony coffee. We're going to do the whole thing.
Matt Bear. Good day.
Good Lord. Hey, while we're at it, producer Carl, why don't we just call it the Bob and Tom Show?
Yeah.
I mean, right? You're listening to WJJK. What else do you want to do?
Are you going to get them all out there this morning?
Oh, my God.
Every single competitor.
It's Todd. I don't know who else. I don't even know everybody who still does. Still don't know everybody who does mornings. Right? I don't. I haven't met everybody. It's only been 11 years.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, y'all should have a kind of a get-together, a convention.
You think?
Yeah, absolutely. Go hang out.
Morning show hootenanny?
Yeah, man. Find a convenience store. Just chill out for a little bit. Or maybe something a little more highbrow, like Blend. Go to Blend.
Honestly, I would. I've met Smiley. Smiley's lovely. Smiley got nominated for a Marconi.
I saw that. Congratulations. Wait,
Guess
no, bad.
Who's got two thumbs and didn't get a Marconi nod?
But you've been nominated before.
I have been nominated before. That is accurate. That is accurate. I have indeed been nominated before.
And you were first.
I'm sorry. I don't want to live in yesterday. I want to live in the now. Thank you very much.
Commercials.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Oh, I thought we were doing the thing.
No, I don't know.
Hey, guys, it's Rob for Universal Windows Direct. Look, we've all been feeling the heat, and that's why this is the perfect time to make that call to Universal Windows Direct so they can help you stay cool in your home throughout the rest of the summer and warm in your home all winter long. And this is the perfect time to call because what an incredible deal going on with Universal Windows Direct. Right now, for every 2 windows you buy, you're going to get the next 2 free. There's no limit. Got 8 windows that need replacing? You only pay for 4. It's that simple. And here's the part I really love. You'll get no interest for 5 whole years. That's right, 60 months of 0 interest financing, which makes upgrading your home not just smart, but affordable too. Now, some restrictions may apply. So to get all the information and most importantly, schedule a totally free, no hassle, no obligation in-home estimate, call Universal Windows Direct today, 317-659-7574, 317-659-7574. Check them out on the web, universalwindowsdirect.com. Tell them Rob sent you.
America respects our first responders and veterans, the brave whose business is taking action when calamity strikes. It's dangerous work, often surrounded by sirens, shouting, even gunfire, so hearing loss is probable. First responders can turn to Relay Indiana. If you have trouble hearing on the telephone, visit RelayIndiana.com for voice recognition technology phones that allow the hearing impaired to have normal phone conversations. And there's loaned equipment for those who qualify. Get clarity back on the phone. Visit RelayIndiana.com.
Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln and Fishers. Come see the full line of breathtaking Lincoln vehicles at Indiana's premier Lincoln dealership. From the moment you arrive at Tom Roush Lincoln, you'll know you've arrived. Shop over 200 new Lincolns in our state-of-the-art family-owned and operated dealership with no pressure. Just the award-winning service and respect you deserve, plus complimentary pickup and delivery for service. Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln and Fishers.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is 0 and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Call today or go to bwindow.com and receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door.
Because at B-Window,
we mean business.
Whenever I'm out wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Where today on the marketplace, I found your wedding bed. It's true. It's right here waiting for you. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Live streaming on the YouTube, on the Twitter X. You can see myself, Matt Bear, producer Carl. It's all right there for you. Be sure to subscribe. During downtime, I'm clearing my head, getting ready for what's next on the show. I find myself on Facebook Marketplace. Odd stuff, cool stuff, weird stuff, strange stuff. It is all there on the Marketplace. The Marketplace brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. IndianaUnclaimed.gov, the Attorney General's office. The Attorney's General office? The Attorney General's office. That's it. Well, they've got your money. That last paycheck, some dividend that you were supposed to get. They don't know how to get it to you. It's with the Attorney General. And the Attorney General has IndianaUnclaimed.gov so you can get your cash. And the Attorney General, Todd Rokita, he sends me things to put on the Marketplace. I haven't done it yet. I'll do it tomorrow. It's like it's interesting. I get texts. But today, this was a me find, Matt Bear. This, according to the listing, is from the Qing Dynasty. Qing. I might be mispronouncing it. It is a Chinese wedding bed.
Oh, wow.
A twin-size mattress fits inside, guaranteeing a marriage that won't last.
That's a small mattress.
Right. I don't know how married couples do a queen bed.
Oh, I don't either.
No, it has. Not only does it have to be a king bed, better leave it to Beaver style, 2 separate beds. Better 2 separate bedrooms.
What about a water bed?
Right. My wife grew up with a water bed.
They're awful.
Yeah, well, not according to her.
Oh, sorry.
According to her, she had a good time on the waterbed. I'm like, I'm sitting right here, right?
Didn't need to do that.
There are going to be, hold on, let's see if she walks in. Let's just see if.
Because you're broadcasting from home, right?
Well, always, boo. The bed measures 80 inches wide, 48 inches deep, and just over 8 feet tall with the front medallion. It is hand carved. It's actually quite beautiful. It's an incredible thing. like if you had like I can't imagine like a married couple would have this. Don't get me wrong, but as a kid's bed, it would be amazing. But if this was like in a room and you had a mattress there and you used it to like read in, like hang out in, like I could see that. It's unbelievable how it looks.
Okay, I just figured it out. Here's what you can do here instead of just a twin bed, because you'll be rubbing elbows and, it'd be ugly. You can make it a bunk bed.
Hold on. You actually meant rubbing elbows.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. No, that was not a euphemism at all. Seriously, you can make this a bunk bed, and she could take the lower level, or you could take the top, or vice versa, because it kind of has a thing on top there for another bed.
The thing on top is for the look. I don't think it's meant to be a bunk bed.
I thought this was kind of an IKEA type of thing where you
No, this is not IKEA at all.
Okay.
This
My bad.
is $1,295.
Oh, wow. Hey, I could buy 6 of those at IKEA for that.
And you should note, there are no screws or nails.
No. The Chinese were master woodworkers.
You're going to have to carry this up the stairs to your apartment.
I'm out. Nope.
It's right
no
there
sale.
for you.
No sale. Sorry.
It's right there. So you're saying no to the Chinese wedding bed?
I mean, I love the piece of furniture. It's beautiful, and just I've always wanted to sleep on a twin bed by myself, but I gotta say no, it's just too much. If I had a home like in a big bedroom, I'd put this thing right in the middle of the bedroom. It's beautiful. It inspires me.
I don't really believe you.
It inspires me to get a big house in the suburbs somewhere.
That's Matt Bear. That's producer Carl. You can find this on the marketplace and be inspired to move into the suburbs. See if it's for you. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up, Matty?
All right, we're looking at northbound 65 stop and go traffic after South Keystone Avenue into the South Split. That's a construction zone. And right now we have a 9-minute delay in that. Southbound 65 70 slow. North Split to the South Split. And on the east side, northbound 465 tight from 70 up to Penn Pike. Inbound 69 8-minute delay from 116th Street to 82nd, and northwest side northbound 465 stop and go traffic from 86th Street up to 865. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
70 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220. That's Tony Katz to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Matt Bear here for Trajan Wealth. We've talked a bit about Trajan Wealth's core philosophies, like low expenses, manager tenure, and tax efficiency. It's music to my ears, very Hoosier, in fact. And just some of the qualities that convinced me to become a client of Trajan Wealth. So I'm very excited to announce that Trajan is hosting this movie premiere for their new documentary, Retirement on the Brink. It's an eye-opening documentary that everyone nearing retirement needs to see. Get your VIP ticket by going to retirementonthebrink.com or calling 800-670-0366. Retirement on the Brink from Trajan Wealth is for anyone putting together a roadmap for their personal wealth management. You can reserve your seat now at retirementonthebrink.com or call 800-670-0366. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement. DBA in most states is Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
For the first time ever, Low T Center is now offering hormone replacement therapy for women. Low T doesn't just affect guys. In fact, testosterone can benefit women as well. Other treatment options are available to help women balance their hormones and bring back balance to their life with in-center and at-home treatment options. Find out which treatment center is right for you at Low T Center. Ladies can come to any Low T Center, get a test that includes a full hormone panel and further analysis to treat the whole patient, looking at lab results and how you feel to create a personalized hormone therapy plan just for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, just imagine how much better you'll feel when your hormone levels are restored. Guys, if you haven't taken your T test yet, then what are you waiting for? Ladies and gentlemen, both, it's time to take control of your health with Low T Center. For more information about men getting their lives back or balancing women's hormones for a better you, book that appointment right now at fixmylowt.com. Fixmylowt.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
No one will love your HVAC system as much as we do. Call Howald Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing for an honest assessment on your current AC system or get a great deal on a new one. Howald Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing, where coming home never felt so good.
Need better sleep? Upgrade to a premium bed now and get the rest you deserve at Mattress Firm's best sale of the year. They make sleep easy.
Big stories locally, big moves in Washington. WIBC.com keeps you updated throughout the day with all the news that matters, plus traffic, weather, and more on your phone, your laptop, wherever you are. It's news when you need it.
Civil unrest force. I don't know what that is. But I saw the article. I'm like, okay, what is this and what is it that they got wrong about it? I think like many people at that stage, and maybe I'm just more aware of it. I've always been like this. It's always check, double check, recheck, always when it comes to the media. But I see a story, I don't necessarily believe it right off the bat. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Great to be with you. I think it's the rational course. You know, I said this about the whole thing with the videos and Lieutenant Governor Michael Beckwith. And should we discuss that Mike Braun, the governor on this show, said he's going to be speaking with Michael Beckwith in less than an hour about these distractions? He said he's going to do the same with Diego Morales. Well, I want to know what comes from those conversations. There are distractions that are the lieutenant governor's fault and distractions that are not. These allegations about some video that was AI manipulated to show a state representative's wife topless. I don't know if it happened or not. Tom LoBianco, who reported the story, says there are sources. Let's see the video. Now, I don't have to see anything salacious in the video, and it's all AI, so it doesn't matter. But I want to see proof of the video. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Beckwith has said there's nothing here. They did their one-day investigation, found nothing, and they moved on. So as we said yesterday, if there's something, he has to resign. If there's something, he covered it up, he has to resign, game over. If there's nothing, a lot of apologies are owed here. But just because something gets reported doesn't mean that I believe it. And very often these things can be distractions. That's why transparency matters. Explain it. If some people in your office were looking at this thing and you were like, guys, stop it, say so, or fire the guys, or do whatever. With this story about the DOD prepping a civil unrest reaction force, this is News Nation. Trump administration developing a plan that would create a reaction force that would involve National Guard troops that would quickly deploy to American cities facing protests or other unrest. This was reported by the Washington Post. calls for 600 troops to be on standby at all times so they can deploy in as little as 1 hour. 300 stationed at military bases in Alabama and Arizona. Listen to me carefully. This doesn't seem like much of anything. Which is to say, I would assume that if I was governor, I would have people at the ready. Isn't that kind of what the National Guard is already? Honestly, what am I missing in this conversation? That you gave it another name? You're going to have, if there are 300 National Guard troops stationed in Alabama and Arizona respectively, 300 in each place, are they National Guard troops from other states? How are you going to make that happen? You're going to federalize just 5 here, 5 there, 5 there, 42 here, 17 there? That seems odd. It seems to me that this is something that already exists, and what we're putting together here is Trump saying, look at me, I'm strong on crime, which he is. And people appreciate it, and people of D.C. now seeing National Guard and others on the streets, they're going to appreciate possibly having a safer place to live, cleaning up the nonsense that the left is allowed to happen in large cities. I think that this about a reaction force, I'm sorry, I think this already exists. I don't know what's here, except some nameplay that, I could argue is not necessary. Matt Bear has traffic.
9-minute delay on southbound 69, 116th, 282nd. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus free patio doors. Trust local, trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
You're dropping them off for the first day of school, or they're driving themselves for the first time. We know you have enough on your mind. That's why Hubler's got you and your family covered for 100,000 miles. And we want you to spend less on back to school. That's why you can shop over 2,000 vehicles and buy with zero down. Zero down delivers. Plus, we'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring us your old car for an immediate appraisal. Head back to school in a Hubler Q-certified vehicle with a free Carfax history report and a 128-point vehicle inspection. Hubler's got you covered. For 100,000 miles, visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations. Zero down delivers at Hubler. 'Cause Hubler's got you covered.
Select models approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Cover me!
So do you have more than $200,000 saved for retirement? You could put that money in the stock market, but you have no idea what will happen with it. Or you could make a smarter move and get a 20% upfront bonus and a competitive return that's averaged more than 10% annually over the last 10 years.
All right, here's the math. If you invest $200,000, you get an upfront $40,000 bonus. Now that's $240,000. That $240,000 could earn 10% or $24,000 in the first year. So by year end, your original $200,000 could grow to $264,000. Get all the details by calling Bill Demery, your retirement guy, 317-648-5120. We trust Bill, and you can too. 317-648-5120. 317-648-5120.
David was in big trouble with the IRS.
At first, I didn't owe that much, but after this year, it was out of control.
Then David called Get a Tax Lawyer.
Right away, they were like, oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to save.
Get a Tax Lawyer went to work.
Should have called way sooner.
Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David fight the IRS and get a fresh start.
Call 800-745-3070. That's 800-745-3070.
Fostech is American-made firearms made right here in Indiana. American craftsmanship meets cutting-edge innovation. Their lightweight AR-15s are incredible, and they don't sacrifice dependability or durability. Advanced machining capabilities create incredible products products, and they are all designed, machined, assembled, and tested right here in Indiana. Fostech, owned by a family that has served and loved their country. Find a dealer near you or visit Fostech.com. That's Fostech, Fostech.com. Use promo code WIBC for 10% off your order.
Did you know up to 50% of outdoor water use is wasted? And did you know that there are things you can do to help change that? Indiana American Water suggests that you water early or late in the day to reduce evaporation. Also, be sure to fix any leaks and skip watering when rain is in the forecast. Consider rain barrels, mulch your garden, and use drip irrigation for your plants. Be water wise. Conserve today, sustain tomorrow. Find more conservation tips at Indiana American Water's Wise Water Use Resources at indianaamwater.com.
Hi, this is Zach from Ingledow Tree Experts. When it comes to the health and beauty of your trees, trust Ingledow Tree Experts. Our certified arborists ensure your trees are trimmed, removed, and cared for with precision. Summer is the perfect time to schedule fall pruning. Call now for your free estimate and let us handle the hard work. 317-903-0102 or visit ingledowtreeexperts.com for more information. Ingledow Tree Experts, where your trees come first.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, why Governor Mike Braun is meeting with Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith this morning, why some Indiana Democrats will be in Chicago this afternoon, and what people who are owed child support in Indiana are doing to collect it. After Fox News, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It is 8 o'clock.
They are great people who want to see a deal done. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what President Trump just posted about European leaders who he'll soon have a virtual meeting with 2 days before his summit with Russian leader Vladimir Putin in Alaska, trying to stop the war in Ukraine. The president will also talk to Ukraine's leader Volodymyr Zelensky, who will not be part of Friday's Trump-Putin sit-down.
But they cannot agree on anything about Ukraine without us.
Ukrainian soldiers echo Zelensky in saying that giving up territory to Russia is not an option. President Trump feels a fair land swap is the most plausible path to ending bloodshed.
Fox's Alexandria Hoff, Russia's defense ministry, said today they've taken over 2 more towns in eastern Ukraine. Another Trump Truth Social post was also related to Russia this morning. He wrote, "There's irrefutable proof that Adam Schiff approved a plan to leak classified information to damage Donald Trump." Well, that came from a Democratic whistleblower, and it's prompted other Republicans to call for Schiff's resignation.
The now California senator was the ranking member and chairman of the House Intelligence Committee during President Trump's first term in office and pushed the investigation into allegations of President Trump colluding with Russia to influence the 2016 election. Schiff's office responding by saying the allegations are not reliable, not credible, and unsubstantiated from a disgruntled former staffer.
Fox's Ryan Schmelz. In New York, Immigration and Customs Enforcement's taken 3 suspected MS-13 gang members into custody, saying they're in the U.S. illegally and wanted for attempted murder and assault. Now to Washington, where Fox's Lucas Tomlinson reports.
The National Guard has arrived in the nation's capital under President Trump's orders to fight crime and reduce homelessness. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says this ramped-up presence should last for about a month.
Within these 30 days, our entire focus is making sure that this is the most efficient operation possible.
There are also federal agents on the streets after President Trump also federalized D.C. police. City leaders push back on him, saying D.C.'s out of control, citing numbers that violent crime is at a 30-year low in 2024. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A trip to Chicago to join a protest with Texas Democrats. Nothing on radar at 71 degrees on Monument Circle, going up to 86 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02.
We've been calling for an independent redistricting commission for a long, long time. So you talk about what Democrats would do were they in power here in Indiana. That's what we've been calling for.
Democrats, including Indiana Rep. Mitch Gore, say redistricting needs changes. Gore stopped by WIBC's Kendall and Casey on Tuesday. He says he's blaming efforts on redistricting on President Trump. Indiana and Texas Democrats plan to meet in Chicago this afternoon to protest the process. You've probably heard about a deepfake AI porn controversy that some say started in Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith's office with a member of his staff showing a video to other staff members. Governor Braun told Tony Katz in the morning news last hour he is not happy about it.
Sooner or later, there's an accumulation to where you'll have to weigh in and make sure that it's either fixed and you focus on the good things that we've been doing as a state government. And if not, it's going to be to your detriment.
And Braun says he plans to meet with Beckwith later this morning. When you hear the term child support, you might wonder how often Hoosier children are getting the financial support they need. John Herrick reports on where they're getting it.
And now, a WIBC News Spotlight.
The state has what's called the Indiana Child Support Program. It's administered locally by county prosecutors, and it serves more than 200,000 families across Indiana. Last year, county prosecutors, county clerks, and the Indiana Child Support Bureau collected more than $498 million to be sent to Hoosier families. Kent Eastwood is the Boone County prosecutor, and he says his office got a chunk of that money that really made a difference.
But we have some great people that work in our office, and so we were able to collect last year $3.4 million for the people in Boone County, for the families in Boone County on child support.
He says you can always get in touch with his office to help out with that, and they provide free services.
Well, first off, if you're a Boone County citizen, I would send you to the Boone County Prosecutor's Office website. You can just make sure when you Google it and when you type it in, do a search for Boone County, Indiana, because there are other Boone County places out there.
And the number to call is 765-483-4485. But there's another way you can get in touch.
But also, there's a kids line you can call. There's a 1-800 number. It's for the Indiana Child Support Bureau. That's 1-800-840-8757.
August is Child Support Awareness Month, and on Thursday, you'll hear about the challenges that come with hunting for and providing child support. With your WIBC News Spotlight, I'm John Herrick.
Forecasters talking about the heat and possible relief.
It'll be a slight relief. We'll get highs in the 80s, but lower dew points will help as well, and then we'll heat right back up. Looks like Friday into the weekend could be relatively hot, and it feels like temperatures will be closer to 100 and possibly even slightly higher than that across portions of the state.
And that's Greg Mello, forecaster at the National Weather Service, Indianapolis. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com. At 8:05, traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
Inbound 69 delayed 8 minutes from 116th Street, 282nd. South side, northbound 65 slow through the construction after South Keystone Avenue to the south split, delayed 10 minutes. Southbound 65-70, stop and go traffic. North split down to the south split, and eastbound 70 slow to the south split from Harding. Northbound 465, northwest side stop and go traffic from 86th Street up to 865. East side, northbound 465 slows after Washington Street up to Penn Pike. And now we have a report of debris on the road. Southbound 65 before East 56th Street. Watch out for your debris. Traffic sponsored by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Honda of Fishers is now Great Lakes Honda of Fishers under new ownership. Visit them just off State Road 37 for special grand opening prices during their summer sales event. Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist, what's going on?
Hey, good morning. We're going to look for a partly cloudy sky today. Maybe a few spotty showers or thunderstorms south of I-70 this afternoon. We'll look for high temperatures near 86. It's going to feel a little bit more muggy out there. Later tonight, humidity values drop a bit. We'll eventually see skies beginning clear overnight with lows near 67. Sunny and I wouldn't call it incredibly humid, but not completely comfortable either. You'll notice a definite drop in the humidity for your Thursday with highs near 86. The heat is on this weekend, near 90 on Friday and into the 90s for Saturday and Sunday with heat indices into the triple digits.
Yeah, I don't need that. I don't need that crap.
I don't either.
I don't need that. I'm not going to lie. Anti-Semitic.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely true. Humidity? Please.
It's awful.
We are not into that. That is oppressive. See what I did there? Double meaning.
Now I gotcha.
I'm taking this directly to the Catskills. I don't know about you. Directly.
Let's go. Yeah.
Directly to the Catskills. I'm going right to Kutcher's, and I'm gonna open up for Buddy Hackett, and it's gonna be a show.
Well, yeah. You
Honestly,
always bring a good
you did
show.
not understand a single word I said. You could just say it.
No, I had no idea.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you.
Honesty is everything, Tara Hastings. But if you show up on August 23rd for From Hollywood to the Heartland, let me tell you, the people want to meet you.
Is it going to be a 100% chance of a good time?
So I'm told, according to sources, 100% a chance of a good time there, August 23rd. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Myself, actor Nick Searcy, bourbon, barbecue, desserts, cigars, and a visit from Tara Hastings.
I mean, can you get any better than that?
I could try and do this on the South Side next time, which I'm trying to do.
Yes, for heaven's sakes.
Yeah.
We are fun on the South Side.
I know. You're crazy, stupid fun. You people are nuts.
We are.
The next one, if everything goes right,
yes,
oddly enough, will be downtown Indianapolis.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, you're going to have to put on fancy duds.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Yeah. We'll see. Well, I might get announced August 23rd.
Ooh, man.
And if you're there...
That is what we call a tease.
And if you're there, you might get discounted tickets.
Oh, that is even a double. That's wow.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I just placed an order for some of the swag. The first ever Tony Katz shot glass will be available.
How fun. Very
yes.
cool.
Yes. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. If I were you, I'd buy tickets right now. I don't even know what everyone's waiting for. I think we only, as I said, 50 or 60 left. Like, that's it. Like, this one's a little more intimate. This one's a little more intimate.
Okay.
But it's gonna be selling. I mean, if it keeps selling like this, we have to grow it, we will. But it's still gonna be great. But I think only like 50 or 60. So there's a whole size.
Get them while they're hot. Let's go.
While they're hot. Thank you, Tara Hastings, my manager, Tara Hastings, doing fine
Yep.
work.
I'm here for you.
Fine work. I gotta go do radio. Well, bye to you too. 72 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:10. So Spirit Airlines is saying we might not be in business anymore. They're saying, hey, listen, we came out of Chapter 11, but things are not good. Substantial doubt about the ability to continue as a going concern over the next year. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. This from the Associated Press via the IBJ. And that alone is like, okay, Mom, I can't fly you on Spirit. Which leads me to, can we talk about my mother for a moment? So my mother wants to come up for Thanksgiving, and you want to see her. You want to see her. And Matt Bear, I'm not lying. She wants to see you. She asks about you. She's worried. She's like, invite him to Thanksgiving. I'm like, are you sure you want Matt Bear and everything he brings with him, the baggage, for Thanksgiving? And my mother's like, I deal with your brother, don't I? I was like, damn, that's cold. And she's like, yeah, but it's true. Invite Matt Bear. So Matt Bear's invited to Thanksgiving. My mother would be flying out of Orlando. And unless it is one of the lower budget carriers, everything else has a connection. So if I want to fly my mother first class because I love my mom, clearly more than you love your mom, because, you know, money means love or something, you can't. Delta or American, United, anything that would have a first class seat, there is no nonstop from Orlando to Indianapolis. It doesn't exist. You need Southwest or Spirit, which now, how in the world do you take Spirit? They might not be an airline. Now, they're saying they expect to be in operation for the remainder of 2025, but do you believe that? I don't trust that. And Spirit can call me and be like, hey, here's what's happening. I'm listening. Frontier, right, where they don't have a larger seat, I want it for my mother. My mother has been texting me. Diane has been texting me. Here, Delta has a nonstop from Orlando to Indianapolis. I'm like, no, they don't. I'm on the website. They don't. Here, I called them. Just call them. Tell them you talked to me. They've got you covered. So now I have to call Delta and be like, hey, my mother, Diane, you know, from Pebble Springs in the Villages, she is convinced that you have a nonstop flight from Orlando to Indianapolis. Is this true? I'm telling you, they don't. They don't have it. But she's like, no, call them. Ask for Susie. Good God. So yes, that's my day today. So if anybody has an answer to this, like, am I wrong that there are nonstops? Tell me. Let me know. And if anybody has a private plane and would like to fly my mother up, greatly appreciated. But I can't put her on a prop plane. She'll have a heart attack and die right on the spot. She won't be able to do it. There's no way. There's no. If so, my mother is a very different woman than I thought. So if anybody has that thought, greatly appreciate that. As for Spirit, that is not what you want to hear. Because that's a run for the hills, don't book your flights with us type of statement. Bad things right there. More coming up. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, lease a new 2025 RAV4, just $349 per month. Or a new Tacoma, $299 per month. Plus, choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax tag title license 249 dealer doc. RAV4 model 4432, Tacoma model 7540. 36 months, $29.99 due, 0 security, 10,000 annual miles, 15 cents per mile thereafter. Expires 9/1.
Traffic on the fives. Matthew Bear, who's invited to Thanksgiving. What do you know?
All right, looking at northbound 65 stop and go traffic south side, South Keystone Avenue into the south split because of road construction. Also inbound 69 slow from 116th Street to 82nd. That's a 7-minute delay. Northbound 465 slows from 86th Street up to 865, and on the east side, southbound 465 slow after 70 down to Arlington Avenue. Traffic sponsored by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. They've teamed up with the Indiana Fever and Common Threads to provide local schools with information for nutritious meal preparation. Learn more at anthem.com/fever. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies Incorporated. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
70 degrees in the American... Is that right? Still 70? 70 degrees, 72 degrees. Much better. In the American Standard Cooling Weather Center, the time is 8:16.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is $0 and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
This is Denny Smith for Zero Res, and Zero Res is celebrating Pet Appreciation Month with something kind of nice for pet parents. Get 3 rooms Zero Resified for $129. Get 15% off pet odor treatments and $50 off air duct cleaning too. Look, pets have accidents, sometimes big ones, messy ones, the ones that make you gag a little when you're trying to clean up. And if you're thinking it's just dogs, cats can absolutely mistake carpets for a litter box. Vacuuming is just not going to fix that. Zero Res can clean virtually any surface in your home. And remember, Zero Res's patented ZR water cleans with no soaps, no residue, no harsh chemicals. And it's clean, safe, and effective, and that's why they have a 4.9 rating on Google with over 5,000 reviews. Just call Zero Res, mention WIBC, you'll get 3 rooms clean for $129, get 15% off pet odor treatments, and $50 off air duct cleaning. 317-388-5141, ZeroResIndy.com.
Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln and Fishers. Come see the full line of breathtaking Lincoln vehicles at Indiana's premier Lincoln dealership. From the moment you arrive at Tom Roush Lincoln, you'll know you've arrived. Shop over 200 new Lincolns in our state-of-the-art family-owned and operated dealership with no pressure. Just the award-winning service and respect you deserve, plus complimentary pickup and delivery for service. Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln and Fishers.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Elizabeth, as the president, flies to Alaska to meet Vladimir Putin, what are you hearing about what that's kind of what the Europeans are concerned about. What does President Trump want to get out of this? Why is he having this meeting with Vladimir Putin?
He is so desperate for a Nobel Peace Prize.
It's as simple as that, you think?
There's more than that. I think he wants to show his toughness. I think he wants to perhaps show that he can stand up to Putin. We don't know.
On a scale of 1 to what the heck is wrong with you, we're way past what the heck is wrong with you. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. That is from the New York Times. Elizabeth Bumiller, or Bumiller, a writer at large is the title that she's given there by MSNBC. He's so desperate for a Nobel Peace Prize? Can I ask, what's wrong with that? Let's say that that's the case. Desperate for a Nobel Peace Prize. What's wrong with trying to achieve that goal? That this is now what the New York Times is mocking. Barack Obama got a Nobel Peace Prize for doing nothing. Trump is at least, he can point to the Congo, he can point to Azerbaijan and Armenia, he can point to what he's trying to get done with Israel. He can certainly point to the Abraham Accords, what he's trying to do with Russia and Ukraine, although I don't think Russia has any desire to make a move at all. I really don't. Desperate for a Nobel Peace Prize has got to be the most insane thing I have heard in a world of insane things. The New York Times is broken. Paper of record, my butt. The New York Post is the paper of record. Which leads us to another story about how clear it is that the New York Times and others engaged in no reporting whatsoever when it came to Russia. Comey's media mole told the FBI he shaped the Russia narrative, needed discount to deny leaking intel. Now, this is a story from Just the News. This is John Solomon, Jerry Dunleavy reporting. The FBI concluded numerous legacy news media stories that crafted the false Russia collusion narrative contained illegally leaked classified intelligence, but failed to definitively identify the leakers. So we know that things were leaked, that there were people very high up who did the leaking regarding Russia. Agents did force a stunning admission that ex-FBI Director James Comey used a special conduit to the Pulitzer Prize-winning New York Times in his bid to polish his image and push for a special prosecutor to take down President Trump. You want to laugh because he's going for a Nobel Prize? He's trying to do something. You guys engaged a fraud because you think you're bigger than the presidency. You're not. Freedom of the press exists. We don't need the New York Times to have it. Let me say it again for the people in the cheap seats. The New York Times does not need to exist for there to be freedom of the press. Screw them. Every reporter, every so-called journalist, everybody on the board, Mara Gay, the entire list, to hell with them. You're frauds. You're not journalists. This is Durante time. You don't want to talk about the real horrors of Russian communism, the deaths, the starvation of the Ukrainian people, going back to what year 19, I don't even know right now. And here you are again doing it, and you think you're legitimate? Screw you. You deserve to be treated like the nothing that you are. Advertisers go there. They continue to have solid podcasts. They continue to build their digital subscriptions. It's amazing what this brand has done. When time and time again they are shown to be the worst people and not journalists. Not journalists. The stories are amazing regarding what has happened, regarding the leaks from Adam Schiff, and as we know now from Catherine Herridge, Eric Swalwell, where Swalwell had to be spoken to by other members of Congress because he was leaking and he didn't know how to act. Schiff, the then congressman, now senator from California, approved classified Russiagate leaks to discredit Trump. This according to a whistleblower speaking to the FBI. Everything that's coming out now. Everything. Now, I have argued numerous times, and I stick with this argument, that none of this is about Trump, but this is about you. You didn't vote for who they said to vote for, so your guy has to be destroyed. Because you can't get any of the things you want. You're not allowed to have it. You are not welcome to it. You can't have it. You wanted somebody who was going to shake up the system, change things, give us transparency. Nope, you can't have that. We will flood the zone, make it impossible for him to do any work. That's what they did. That's what happened. And it was about you. But this guy, you think that, do you have any idea how this makes Trump look? He survived all of this, did it with a smile, and beat you? That's unbelievable. You want to know why people support him? Why they will walk through fire for him? There you go. First, he told you it was happening. Then the entire world of media called him a liar. Then 81 million votes for Biden. Sure, yeah, we believe that, 2020. Then you line up all of these nonsense allegations against him. He beats everything. Fonnie Willis looks like a damn fool. Everybody else comes across as a fraud. Things get dismissed. He wins re-election, and now we know it for fact, even though we already knew it before. That guy is unbelievable. And I don't agree with him on everything. But holy cow, if you don't understand why it is that people will walk over broken glass, crawl through fire for him, you'd have no idea. I take that back. You are kidding yourself. You know exactly why. You know exactly why it is. And Democrats don't have anyone who inspires anything. The best you've got is Bernie Sanders, that commie who would watch you starve so he can create breadlines, that low-down, dirty commie, that's the best you have? Good Lord. And his sidekick, Mamdani, and AOC, stick to the Northeast. Because those people, Bernie, Ocasio-Cortez, Mamdani, they're not like us. They're not like us. More of this on Tony Katz today at noon. Matt Bear has traffic.
South side, 2 crashes in the construction zone. Northbound 65 at 465 slows us down almost to Southport Road. And then we stop at South Keystone Avenue almost to Raymond Street because of our second crash, and it's blocking the right lane. And after that, slow down on northbound 65 from Raymond into the south split. Southbound 6570 drags from the north split down to Fletcher Avenue because of the construction. Inbound 69, 6-minute delay from 116th Street past 96th. Traffic sponsored by B-Window. Right now, employee-owned B-Window means business. Receive up to 50% on, plus a free patio door. Trust a local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
State Representative Craig Haggard will be with us. He's going to talk about his big announcement.
Join us Wednesday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Power when you need it. I mean, that's That's exactly what you want. And when the power goes out because the grid can't keep up, or there's ice on the power lines, or there's some accident, what is your plan to keep you and your family safe and comfortable? Your business up and running. How about just the food in the fridge from spoiling? Talk to Generator Supercenter. Right now, talk to Generator Supercenter about getting a free estimate on a Generac automatic standby generator for your home. Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer. They are there to help. You can stop by the showroom right there, or 96 meets 69, and get yourself a free estimate. Let them come out, show you how it's going to connect, get that estimate, see how easy it is to work with Generator Supercenter. Outages, they happen all the time. A half inch of ice on a power line, that's 500 pounds we're talking about. It's amazing that we don't even see more of these things happening, although more and more are happening all the time. Have power and be safe. Keep your family safe with Generator Supercenter. Talk to them today. They've got the financing that's available, low monthly payments, and the 24-hour monitoring. Generator Supercenter, 317-827-0808. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter, 827-0808.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Citizens, since we each upgraded to Xfinity in our homes, the Wi-Fi has been booming. It's fair to say our town has officially become a boomtown.
Mayor, will I be able to drop into multiplayer gaming battles with low lag?
The lag won't be an issue, but your questionable skills may be.
And what if I have hundreds of devices on the Wi-Fi? Purely hypothetical.
Seems like a lot, but sure, hundreds of devices all booming together with the Xfinity Gateway. Yes, friends and neighbors, with Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
The Wi-Fi isn't the only thing that's booming. Now get the most reliable Wi-Fi and our best-in-class equipment for one consistent price for 5 years guaranteed. All in. Plus, get unlimited data included and no annual contract. All with the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. New residential customers only. Select plans only. Xfinity Gateway with XFi Complete required for unlimited data except in certain areas. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024. Actual speeds vary.
Pat Sullivan here for Gutter Helmet. Are you still putting screens on your gutters? You know, if the holes are too big, debris gets in and you're still cleaning your gutters. If the holes are too small, it sits on top and now you're cleaning the screens. I have Gutter Helmet on my home and it has no holes, slots, or screens. It keeps the debris out and the water in. Since 1981, Gutter Helmet has been America's #1 choice for gutter protection. Right now, Gutter Helmet is offering a 17% discount plus 12 months, no interest financing if paid in full within 12 months. Call 800-5HELMET, that's 800-5HELMET, to schedule a free estimate. 17% off, restrictions apply, and cannot be combined with other offers. Call Gutter Helmet today at 800-5HELMET. That's 800-5HELMET or gutterhelmetindy.com and never clean your gutters again.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What the White House press secretary is saying about an impending meeting with world leaders. Nothing on radar. 71 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 86 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:31. President Trump is traveling to Alaska on Friday for a meeting with Russia's president. Fox's Jared Halpern has more.
While President Trump remains focused on striking a peace agreement in Ukraine, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt describes Friday's one-on-one meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin as a listening session.
Only one party that's involved in this war is going to be present. And so this is for the president to go and to get, again, a more firm and better understanding of how we can hopefully bring this war to an end.
Anchorage, Alaska is hosting the summit. It will be the first in-person meeting between President Trump and Putin in the president's second term, and Putin's first trip to the U.S. since 2015.
Ukrainian President Zelensky will not be in attendance at the meeting. Indiana and Texas Democrats head to Chicago this afternoon to protest redistricting. Representative Mitch Gore says it doesn't make sense in Indiana, where Republicans outnumber Democrats 7-2, and he calls the idea cringeworthy.
To call a special session instead and to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxpayer dollars to what? Get 2 more seats in Congress, for 2 years? It's insane.
And Gore stopped by the Kendall and Casey show on WIBC. Gore is one of the several Democrats headed to the Windy City this afternoon. A group in southern Indiana is showing their displeasure with immigration and customs enforcement. Jarrett Lewis has the story.
The group is called Do Something Southern Indiana. They gathered at the ICE detention facility in Jeffersonville this week to protest against what they see as inhumane practices conducted by immigration agents and law enforcement officials. Some protesters even going as far to say what ICE is doing is not about public safety and instead is just a way to spread hate and create division. Meanwhile, the Department of Homeland Security recently announced that the Miami Correctional Facility, donned as the Speedway Slammer, would house more ICE detainees. Illegal immigrant raids continue across the country at the direction of the Trump administration. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And an auction is where you may be able to find Eddie Van Halen's 1982 Kramer electric guitar.
Eddie Van Halen's 1982 Kramer electric guitar, played during his legendary 1982-83 tours, is hitting the auction block at Sotheby's, New York, during its first ever Grails Week, October 21st through the 28th. Custom built for Van Halen and based on his iconic Frankenstein design, the red, white, and black guitar is expected to sell for $2 to $3 million. It was last seen on stage in cities including Philadelphia, Caracas, and Buenos Aires before Van Halen gifted it to longtime friend and technician Rudy Laren. Laren later sold it to Motley Crue's Mick Mars, who used it on the band's Dr. Feelgood album. Van Halen died of cancer in 2020. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
And sports on WIBC brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com right down to the wire at Gamebridge Fieldhouse Tuesday on the Indiana Fever Radio Network.
Sophie's the inbounder. Tosh between the rings. Sophie has it, scans. Kelsey comes to get it from the corner near the bench, heaves, no good, and the game is over. Final score, Dallas 81, Indiana 80.
John Nolan with the call on the radio network. 20th game without Caitlin Clark, another loss, and head coach Stephanie White says it is hard to play without a point guard on the floor.
It's tough because point guards are the ones who get you organized. And there were times where we weren't organized. There were times where we were over-dribbling, got away from, our off-ball actions and went straight to trying to go one-on-one.
And the Fever dealing with injuries to Ari McDonald, who broke her foot. Sydney Colson tore her left ACL. They're both out for the year. Caitlin Clark, no timetable on her return. The Indianapolis Colts will play the Green Bay Packers on Saturday afternoon. They will hold a joint practice with them on Thursday. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 8:35, traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Baer.
Southside crash northbound, 65 between South Keystone Avenue and Raymond Street. It's the right lane that's blocked in. Traffic backed up past South Keystone Avenue. It's a 5-minute delay. And the crash cleared northbound 65 at 465, still slow to Southport Road. Reminder that Lafayette Road Bridge over 465 on the northwest side is closed indefinitely. They did a bridge inspection yesterday. It did not go well, so they shut it down. And when we get updated on a timeline for the reopening of said bridge, we will let you know right here and at that Matt in Traffic. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned, trust your home. To bwindow.com. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
72 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:36.
Call today or go to bwindow.com and receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door.
Because at B-Window,
we mean business.
The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. It's fast, easy, and free.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight. Want coffee?
I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What are you doing? Guys, good things happening out there. Wake up. Let's go. Dow futures up 132. NASDAQ futures are up 67. Oil prices really where they have been. $63 on the West Texas crude, $66 on the Brent crude, the 10-year Treasury, 4.258. Everything holding. Even after the inflation report that showed not real growth, everything's still holding exactly where it is. You would think that's like the market's waiting for something. I don't know what it is they're waiting for. What it is that they hope to see. Trump supposedly has 11 candidates for Fed chair. We'll get into that. But weekly mortgage refinancing demand is up. I would argue that this is because people took out loans when things were at 7%, figuring that rates would go down. They haven't really gone down, but anything would be better than what they're paying right now, 7% and 7% plus. So they're refinancing because, well, things became due. They couldn't handle the heat, or they took 3-1s or 5-1s arms or other types of products. That's my assumption of why this is. The average contract interest rate for a 30-year fixed, this is conforming, which is a loan of $806,000 or less, decreased to 6.67 from 6.77. And refinance share of mortgage activity, according to CNBC, up to 46.5% of total applications. So nearly half of the applications are to refinance. And applications for a mortgage to purchase a home rose 1%. 17% higher than the same week 1 year ago. The question is the market still hot, or have things slowed down? In an anecdotal view, right, without the data, it looks like it slowed down. That's what it looks like. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's what it looks like, that things have slowed down. I would love to know where people are at with this. If you're buying a home, did you stop? Because there was a whole conversation that homeowners said, we're not getting the price that we want. We'll just take our home off the market, which would make me think that there's less inventory. So therefore prices will be going up in other places because less inventory, more competition for what was left. Don't know. Don't know how it's being seen. Interest rates this high make things difficult. And as we have talked about housing and talked about the housing issues, it leads one to believe that this is a large part of what the Trump administration is gambling on with the hey, we have to lower interest rates already, too late, Jerome Powell and all the name calling, etc. Get the housing market moving even faster, get more people buying homes, see, everything is better. I assume that's part of it. The other part of it is refinancing our debt, of course, because we have a large amount of it, an outrageous amount of it. We have a crap ton of debt. And you'd rather be paying at a lower interest rate. For sure. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
It's hot out there.
The weather's hot.
And when we say hot,
But the headlines, they're even hotter.
I mean extremely hot.
The news of the day is heating up.
IMPD officers shot at least 3 times. One suspect was also shot.
Diego Morales, Secretary of State, in his bizarro international travel.
Playing out right in front of us every single day.
Stay cool.
Finally, a cool down is coming.
Stay informed.
All the information right here.
Stay with 93 WIBC.
The Indiana State Fair. It is a Hoosier masterpiece, a summer tradition like no other. I love the fair, the food, the concerts, more food, the tap room, the dairy bar, and coming up on August 14th, it's AAA Hoosier Motor Club Day, where AAA Hoosier Motor Club members get in free. AAA Day at the Indiana State Fair. You don't pay admission, just show your AAA card, and you are in for a full day of fun. And also going on right now is your chance to win a free music vacation with AAA's Ultimate Concert Sweepstakes. This includes 2 concert tickets to any Live Nation venue in the United States, plus airfare, hotel, and $200 to spend. Register online or on AAA Hoosier Motor Club's social media page. And if you subscribe to receive AAA Hoosier Motor Club emails, you get 5 additional entries. Visit AAA.com or call 844-GO, AAA GO, or stop by that local AAA office.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, lease a new 2025 RAV4, just $349 per month. Or a new Tacoma, $299 per month. Plus, choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax, tag, title, license, 249 dealer doc, RAV4 model 4432, Tacoma model 7540, 36 months, $29.99 due, 0 security, 10,000 annual miles, 15 cents per mile thereafter, expires 9/1.
Oh, let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Guys, Low T Center has improved the quality of hundreds of thousands of men's lives across the country. Now women can enjoy the same life-changing, medically guided hormone therapy.
Imagine how great you'll both feel. FixMyLowT.com for information and to schedule an appointment.
Recovery is a journey, and no one walks it alone. The Supporting Sobriety podcast helps friends and families understand addiction, offer support, and care for themselves along the way. Hosted by Matt Baer and Ryan Hedrick. Find it wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Rob.
And this is Casey.
State Representative Craig Haggard will be with us. He's going to talk about his big announcement.
Join us Wednesday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Baer, what's going on?
South side, northbound 65, slow from Southport Road to 465 because of construction. And then we hit the brakes before South Keystone Avenue near Raymond Street, and that's because of an earlier crash. It's moved out of the lane. Southbound 65, 70 slow. From the north split down to Fletcher Avenue. On the east side, southbound 465, looking pretty good from 70 down to 74. That's cooled off. Northbound lanes are tight after Washington Street up to Penn Pike. Inbound 69, delayed 2 minutes, 116th Street, 282nd. Northbound 465, slow from 86 to 865. Exiting east on eastbound 465, slow out to ditch. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust a local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home. To bwindow.com. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
72 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:46. So the 1960s are calling. It's a little military. It's a little futuristic. It's not Bewitched. Wait, could be Bewitched. It's not I Dream of Jeannie. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is this television theme song? Here is how we play our game. Don't forget, from Hollywood to the Heartland, myself and actor, yes, Nick Searcy. Well, that's what he is on Twitter, yes, Nick Searcy. We just call him Nick Searcy. From Justified on FX, a host of movies. He made 2 documentaries on January 6th. So it's time in Hollywood, time in D.C. That's what brought him to the Midwest. He lives now in Kentucky. He's coming up for the event, the bourbon, the barbecue, the desserts, the cigars, and you. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Be sure to be there. Just Add Water Boats will be there. Thrilled to see them as a sponsor. Defiance Beef, DefianceBeef.com. You can order a cattle, have it butchered the way you want. Your freezer will be full. Go to DefianceBeef.com. Use promo code EatDrinkSmoke to get your discount. PA Jewelers will be there with the full layout. Gifts, the deals are going to be there from PA Jewelers and Premier Arms, the gold, the diamonds, the gemstones, and of course, the watches like Von Riest, assembled right here in Indiana. Thrilled to be their brand ambassador. Von Riest, Rieste, and the discount, my discount, will exist on all those watches on August 23rd. Who else is going to be there? Oh, that's right, Booher Remodeling, Booher. BooherRemodeling.com will be there as well. A great opportunity to talk to them about that renovation you want. And West Fork Whiskey is going to be pouring some good bourbons. It's going to be fantastic. That's August 23rd. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Now, the chat room has this. They believe they have it, which means I was way off in what this is. But because it is tradition to guess this television theme song, Matt Bear, what is this theme song?
That's John and K plus 8, Tony.
Nice. John and K plus 8 is an excellent choice.
No.
This is the theme to Rocky and Bullwinkle. Man, chat room wins that one. It was right, but I said Bewitched. I Dream of Jeannie. So I knew the time frame, but I would not have guessed it. I would not have had the Rocky and Bullwinkle theme. Right? Moose and Squirrel, like that's all I would have had. Yeah, I would have missed it. Would have missed it. Right there. Well done. Well played, chat room. And tickets.TonyKatz.com. Get your tickets. Do it right now. It will sell out. Get your tickets as we speak. First person to buy tickets today gets a brand new car. That's not true. I made that up. There will be no brand new car. Thank you very much. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Find out anyway. On Tony Katz today, we'll dig into more of this transfer of 26 suspected cartel members to the U.S. from Mexico. The U.S. wanted this. The U.S. wants to try them. Good. Be a lesson to these other cartels. You can't do that stuff here. We've come for the fight. What you saw from the Biden administration, yeah, we don't do that anymore. What we do is we handle our business, and we handle it well. And, of course, we'll be talking about Adam Schiff and Eric Swalwell. Prosecute them. Fully investigate. They leaked information about Russia. They lied. They know they lied. James Comey was involved in trying to get preferential coverage from the New York Times, which the New York Times was more than happy to do because they're not an actual newspaper. We have got all of those stories coming up in just a little bit. Now, as for my conversation with the governor, Mike Braun, we covered, I think, a good amount, specifically this idea of data centers and how it is we're going to go about dealing with that, the idea of nuclear power right here in Indiana to power these data centers. And I hope I made the argument clear that if we are providing the power and we've got the business climate, I'm not interested in any other giveaways to get data centers. The one question we didn't ask, and I should have, is who's going to work them? Is this are we having discussions about American workers, or are these all H-1B? Is it H-1B? Is that the visa? Foreign workers. Who's working these data centers? It's a question that we need an answer to. What is it that we're doing to ensure American workers have the first cracks at these jobs? And are we interested in pursuing these people? Or do we want the data centers? Which I think is a good question. Maybe there are other types of businesses that we want. There was a discussion about the IEDC. And I, after review of his statement, I don't buy in. I don't think that the IEDC we have right now, the Indiana Economic Development Corporation, is saying, well, we're really focused on Main Street, but we've got our eyes on the other stuff too. I have not seen anything that shows they've got the eyes on the other stuff. And I would tell you that Elevate Ventures has to go. That's where I'm at right now. The idea of picking winners and losers, the idea of not bringing the money back to the state, the idea of charging 8%, the idea, and Hannah News Service did some great exposés on all this, and then the idea of, well, now instead of giving the money back to the state, we'll use that in another fund, then we'll get fund from sources there on Wall Street, and we'll invest in even more companies. No. There are ways to go about attracting the business, grabbing the business, getting the business, and supporting that business growth without this level of cabal. It's just, it isn't, this part isn't necessary. Creating conditions and attracting capital, I'm not saying that isn't difficult. I'm saying that if we can't pull that from Silicon Valley, maybe we shouldn't be thinking of Silicon Valley as a place to pull from. Maybe there are other better places to pull from. Maybe there are other places that we can pull from the Midwest and other spots. I don't see anything from this IEDC that shows me that that's what they're after. They're after Midwest Main Street growth. Well, that's solid, but at what cost? And I don't think you have to have a cost. I think you got to have some sort of measure of here, there, and everywhere. Another conversation for another day. But he said that he would be speaking with Micah Beckwith. That meeting's supposed to be going on right now because of the allegations in that office. And yes, some of it, we should be clear, Micah brings upon himself, the lieutenant governor. Some of it are allegations with no proof that we have seen. Not interested in allegations. Tom LoBianco reports something and I believe it? Not necessarily. Proof. Oh, I have sources. Great. Adam Schiff had sources too. No, I'm not buying in. I'm not buying in. Show me. Show me. That's all I'm asking. But as for him and, the Secretary of State, effing Diego, fake news Diego, right? He called us fake news, but we all know he's a fake Republican. He's certainly a fake conservative. So he's fake news Diego, but we just decided to make it easy. We shortened it to effing Diego, right, Producer Carl? I mean, that's all we did.
Yes, we're making it easier on the listener.
Yeah, that's all we're trying to do is just trying to make it easier on the listeners. Thank you, Producer Carl. Referring to them as high school students and having to reel them back in, did Governor Braun. So let's see what happens with that. I'll catch you guys at noon. The full interview is there at WIBC.com.